Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, the roots. Go to the roots, to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. I want to welcome all of you to another edition of the Afridamus Report. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we? That's right. We have another hoax news. And, you know, I came across this news, you know, when everyone was hyping it. So I took a look at it. Right away, I saw hoax written all over it. And what is this hoax about? Exactly, you ask. We will get into it. But what this shows, because it is a Somali woman, which this even is question mark. In my opinion, there's a question mark if this individual is even truly a woman. But that's all up to you, and you would see why I say it that way. But what this proves and shows that here in America, if you want to deceive a group of people who are easily deceived, exactly, Black women, Black American women. Because you see, Black American women have so much anger and hate towards Black men. You know, they raised these Black men, by the way. It's funny how when you talk to Black women in America or wherever you hear them speak, they say, oh, this man ain't shit. But who is raising these ain't shit men? We see the same group of women, for example, when, you know, these men, you know, boys, they grow up, they make it to the NBA or the NFL. The mom comes up and takes credit, right? Because it's fun to do that. But if it's, you know, the turns out to be a pookie, a murderer, drug dealer, rapist, all sorts of things, the absent parent is who is blamed, which is the father. So it's no secret if you come to America and on the internet, it's no secret to see that Black women are the KKK of the Black American men. You know, of course, not all, but majority of them, you know, are in the camp with Satan. because they support anything that is evil. How you know they hate black men? I'll tell you. When this story that I'm about to tell you here, when this surfaced, it looks like the black women of America, especially on social media, of course, what they show, they were just looking. It's like they were lurking in the back, looking for just something to pop up they can blame the black man for. This is why I say it's not about the racism, because the war is this, they created this gender war. So black women in America, despite these Somalis, so because Somalis, some of them, sometimes they say they are black when it's convenient, sometimes they say they are not. But clearly, there's a difference between the blacks and Somalis, because the blacks come from the black factory. The area where I and these you other blacks are watching came from. But we are all blacks, right? In America. But there's still a difference. There is difference of culture. How many of you have heard the Somalis would say, oh, the blacks have ghetto, they have ghetto culture? Well, this one Somali person I'm about to highlight here have definitely studied the blacks to a teeth, got them to a teeth, because this individual figured, hey, if I want to do evil, who is the easiest person to throw under the bus? That, the victimhood group, the victim group cannot wait. They just cannot wait to throw their own men under the bus. This is why black men in America, look, those of you that come online and start talking about white supremacy, look, watch this show. This will save your life. That person wearing the wig, talking about I'm educated black woman, that is the white supremacist of 2023. I have been trying to tell you, because they cannot wait to throw charges on you. And of course, their simps are going to follow through. There's nothing more dangerous than a simp, because you see, a simp would destroy your life over ratchet women. That's right. And I have been warning you guys about here, especially in America. When you see even commotion going on with these women on the street, some guy is, disciplining some woman, do not intervene, call the police. You are not a cop. Why do you need to sacrifice your life? Somehow you have managed living your life, not getting your own ass getting beat up, or getting into issues with people where it gets physical. How do you, as a strong muscular man, able to have that common sense to be able to reason with people, for you not to get yourself into these situations? So therefore, when somebody chooses, like I'm walking by, with my coffee, you guys know, drinking my coffee from the white store, and the coffee probably came from one of the enslaved, some of the Africans, but at least they would be happy to know there's some Africans also benefiting from this, drinking the coffee. But that's not the point. So are you walking and you see some woman getting her ASS handed to her? Because you guys know in America it's equality, right? It is equality. So you don't know what happened. It's none of your damn business. The last time I saw a story at Walmart, well, that's right, Walmart of all places. So there was a guy at the store with his family, his lady and the child, and they saw some grown people who decided to come to Walmart of all places in a public place to fight. First of all, when you see people that are together, they are fighting in public, that's clue number one that you should not intervene, walk far away from them. These people are batshit crazy. Do you not see that? Do you not understand? These people live, they live this type of life. They are about this type of life. So somehow they cannot contain it at home. They took it to Walmart. So this guy is over there with his family. This is where the death of the simp comes into play. I want you guys to pay attention closely. Some of you that think you want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, you know, you want to jump in. So this guy decided to jump in between this woman and the guy, and the guy shot him. He even pulled the gun before he did it. The guy who jumped in to try to save, quote unquote, this woman, to play black, because let me tell you, the hood culture, it is what is promoted in America. When black women, you've heard them say, "Oh, you black men don't protect black women." First of all, there's no such thing as black women. As like, lady, I don't know you. I don't know why you're single. I don't know why you are in the street, even fighting with a grown man. I don't know. I don't know why. You see? And as far as I know, there is equality in America. Equality. You see? So so you see these people going at it, just mind your own business. If it looks dangerous, if you're concerned, just walk to the next aisle, call the cops, and describe to them the situation that is taking place. Because these people literally came together from whatever apartment complex they came from, or whatever trailer park they came from. They came together to Walmart. You are just there to get laundry detergent. Get your laundry detergent and move on. I have been warning you people about this, and I have already given you the names of the streets to avoid. But now, if you are in Minneapolis, that's right, that's Minnesota, we would add the Somali areas to the list. Avoid where the Somalis are congregated at, and you will know why. That's right. So this Somali woman somehow learned how to pull a 419 on the blacks, because she understands that the black women hate the black men. So who is the best group to rally behind you, to help you push false narrative? So I have a video here to play. This woman, this is not her first time, apparently. She's done this numerous times. This woman claimed that she was hit by a brick on her face. A brick. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what it feels like to get hit with a brick? When I saw it, I knew it was false. You know how I know it was false? I was hit with a brick before. That's right. Yours truly right here was hit with a brick before. So that's how I knew she wasn't hit with a brick. So, and the story, I said I will wait for the story. I don't want to discount it, but I didn't also think it was too far-fetched to say, is it possible there is some deranged guy out there, crazy person, who would, hit a woman with a brick because she refused to give him her phone number? Is it possible? Absolutely. So I did not rule it out. You see, I did not rule it completely out. So, but I said, here we go. When I saw it, some black simps, such as guys named like Willie D. Willie D is popular amongst the blacks. He goes on his YouTube show, like mine here, and he just started speaking ill of black men and wishing death upon black men of America over a Somali question mark woman. That's right. So is it possible that this Somali woman is exploiting? Because we've had some of the blacks come up here before. They say, oh, this Somalis, sometimes when it's convenient they say they're black, when it's not they ain't black. So is this one of those cases? Is this one of those cases? So, well, this woman says she got hit with a brick. Let us find out if she was truly hit with a brick. When the story came out, all she had to say is black men stood around and not protect her. And the black men hating brigade, they all came running. They came to the rescue, and they are simps. Black women were on the internet making videos talking about, we knew it. You black men, we are sick and tired of you guys being cowards, not protecting black women. How dare you stand and watch this beautiful queen, who is such an angel, getting hit with a brick to her face, and none of you protected her. This is why we are praying that white supremacy would come out and take y'all out. These are truly Jezebels, true Jezebels. And then what kills me was they like to throw that they say they are educated. Educated. Let us find out how educated they are. Let us find out. Because a Somali question mark woman was able to come and study the blacks' culture and act like the blacks. And isn't it crazy how the blacks, especially the women this time around, you notice they always support evil. They don't support anything good. Black men, you should be afraid. This situation right here should make you afraid. Look at how quickly the black women jump on the bandwagon of hating you. Who needs white supremacy if you can get this woman to show up on TikTok, on Twitter, Instagram, and make videos about you, many of them wishing death upon you. They want you to protect ratchet city, ratchet women. Not only do they want you to protect your American ratchet women, your black women, they want you to protect the Somali ratchets too. Here's your clue. You blacks, before you come out there and fighting amongst each other about some Somali question mark woman, you should have traveled through the internet like I did. I did not see one single Somali supporting this individual, and it's Minneapolis. One thing with the Somalis, they are tight within. They got information. When I saw that, I said, red flag. I said, because if Somalis don't claim this person is super dirty. I don't know what kind of dirt it is. I did not see even because there's some of these Somali women out there who think they are Black Lives Matter activists. They like to claim hood behavior and stuff. Yeah, they would make videos. But even those Somalis, they are like, I noticed the Somalis are like, nah, y'all blacks can keep her. She one of y'all. And FBA claimed her. FBA came out in droves. Then ask yourself, what is it about FBA and about this woman that they recognize? That they recognize and accepting her. They accepted her. And question mark again. Because they have lots of pronouns out there. These days you never know. You see one person coming talking to you, talking about they. You're like, who is they? I see one person in front of me, like I'm talking about they. Refer to me as they. Who else is with you, sir? Or them? I see one person in front of me. Where's the rest of the gang? Yeah, this is the world we are living in. So let me do my disclaimer and show you how the most educated group, black women in America, got finessed by this Somali individual here. Question mark again. Here we go. Let's get straight to it. Guys, let me show you. So this woman made a video. She says she got hit with a brick and black men refused to help her. She literally chose, I mean, why did she choose black men specifically? It's not only black people in Minneapolis. They got plenty of white people there. So is it possible this woman is mimicking the blacks to, to tarnish the image of the blacks, because she doesn't have the same culture as the blacks? But you see, once she started being ratchet, and then again, the other side, you can't really say she's not black, because the blacks recognize that they share the same culture as her. The Somalis did not claim her, because the Somalis are like, no, wallahi, we do not act like this. So the Somalis rejected her. So maybe when I open the line, the Somalis would come and tell us. But this woman is an embodiment of, I mean, she beat even, because people say Nigerians are scammers. Her scam is tighter than the Nigerians. How come the blacks are so easy to get scammed? What is it about it? Is it because, I mean, of course, not all, is the black women and their simps. That's right. These simps have been a huge problem for the rest of America, because somehow this danger is against them, but somehow they don't recognize it. Because you see what this woman did there, saying she got hit in the face and black men were standing there, didn't help her. What kind of message do you think is going to be, is they are promoting in the world? What kind of image? Think about that. Why didn't she go do it in her Somali neighborhood in Minneapolis? Ask yourself that. Because the Somalis won't put up with it. She know that. Because right then and there, if she had done this in, I guarantee, in Somali area, where there's mostly Somali, I think just the hoax pulling it off, they're like, all right, they will say the B word, all right, B, you want to play a hoax? They would actually make sure she received the actual brick she's lying about. But not the blacks. The blacks, they jumped, they started fighting amongst each other, talking about, you don't protect black women. Have you not heard about not all skin folks are kin folks? Have you not heard that? All right, here we go. Let me play the video.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch and they don't give a fuck.
Do you guys hear that voice? Either that voice is the voice of Newport or Marlboro or Black and Mile, or maybe this individual is a they. Yes, the pronoun is probably they, if you catch the drift. But let this video continue.
Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What do y'all do?
Guys, is this a Somali dude? Let us just I mean, because look, I've met some Somali women around. Sometimes some of they like to act, they might try to act hard, but the Somali women, they cannot pull it off. They are very soft, super feminine. Their voices do not get this deep. I have not seen it. Yes. Even like I've seen some Somali women who like to act ratchet. No, their voices do not get this. Their voices cannot get deep. Their women's voices are very soft. Just an observation. So I don't know if this is the voice of Newport, Black and Mild, but something isn't right. But here we go.
I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Man, fuck all y'all niggas.
Did you guys see that? So how you get hit in the face with a brick? So she walked over. She claimed she walked over to where the black man was standing, and she blamed it on them. And she is throwing the F-bomb at them. Does this sound like a person who was hit? But here we go.
Have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he
So that woman, you guys saw her. She made that video out there. Now she went to like a clinic. She's claiming she got hit with a brick. Okay? So she put this out on the internet. And already guess who she blamed? That's right. Black men. Black men. Black men are constantly getting blamed for things they didn't do. I mean, hey guys, let's be real. You guys know when the blacks, especially the Pookies and Raiders, they do something wrong, I am the first one to come here and drag them. But let's be honest, there is plenty of these black men in prison, literally, that this type of hoax was pulled on them. And it didn't even happen. They put them in prison right away. There is so many women like her running around. There's a football player, Brian Banks. Go check his story. A fake grape story from high school. They put him in prison. From high school, imagine that. Completely changed his life. Just, the woman ended up receiving, I believe, 2 million. Because they said she's traumatized. Just for the story to come out later that it was all a total lie. Total lie. She got millions for it. This guy went to prison, lost his possible career in the NFL. So these things happen. So this woman here, if someone sees this and you question it, they're going to say, oh, you are heartless. How dare you question it? But you should question things because people lie. Women lie, men lie, children lie too. So let's not forget that. I'll let her continue.
picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching and nobody does nothing.
Should the Somalis like her be able to use the N-word? Should see? So she's totally a white supremacist. But you see, black women did not care. Black women are just looking for a fluke. Who is gonna come out here and blame a black man? Look at when a white woman accuses a black man of raping her. Even if the story is not real, do you guys understand how black women come out in droves against that black man? So it's kind of weird. I hope, most of you would wake up and realize, stop being angry. Because you see, that anger you have, people use it against you. And you will see that in this story. In case you haven't noticed it, that anger you have, people use it against you to divide and conquer. you, because you talk about that community. Yeah, it's easy to use your anger against you to not ever allow that community to exist, which you would see in this case here.
And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch. And they let that nigga get in the car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? Like, don't understand. Like, I'm just trying to take my friend out from 5 years ago. Like, literally spending my whole money, not bothering nobody. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And
She's getting her black on. So, how is educated black women? Somehow, they are so educated, but this is what they are attracted to. This is what they can relate to. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah, black women, they don't care. As long as you have that melanin, you know, um, all you got to do is blame black men. Blame Pookie and Ray Ray. Or Jerome. Just say Jerome did it. That's all you need. Tyrone. Tyrone did it. Oh, Tyrone did it? Okay. You put a GoFundMe up, they will support you. They won't even try to verify. Like, is this Tyrone a made up Tyrone? Like, did this Tyrone even exist? They must don't even care. They really don't.
like, I'm literally like, why is this nigga busting up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these niggas. They literally let this nigga do all of this.
All right. You see that, right? So that woman, she's from in a clinic talking like that. So this is in supposedly 2023 this year. But this woman, she's done this before. Let's see her, back in, I think this is 2020. Here we go.
Mad because you trying to beat somebody.
So the same woman claimed back in 2020. Now we are in 2023. She said she was hit with a brick again back then. Guys, come on, get the likes up. Don't be stingy with it. So she claimed that she was hit with a brick. Let us see how true this is. So somehow this woman in 2020, here, she got hit with a brick. And she put up a GoFundMe, and she was looking for $5,000, and she made the goal. So in 2023, again, somehow she got hit with a brick again, and she said black men didn't help her. So people came out in drove, black women. They gave her $41,000. That's right, $41,000. But the guy in Walmart, I believe he's Haitian, who was, because they say black women are not protected. He jumped in to be a hero, and he got deleted. His GoFundMe, they only wanted, I think, 25,000. It's been up. Did black women donate to that? No. But Bricklady here got 41,000 just like that. Here we go.
They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up.
See, that doesn't even make sense. So she's saying, she's grown ass ninjas are trying to beat her up because she wants to be a doctor. Because back in 2020, she claimed that she got hit with a brick again by a security guard at a store, because they are mad that she want to be a doctor. Why would a security guard care if you want to be a doctor or not, and hit you with a brick? But she claimed this before, right? So that's what you're seeing in 2020. So this is very familiar. This is her hustle, you know. I mean, I know some black women are going to be mad, claim, oh, Afridamus, we can believe what you're saying about black women. No, I'm here to help you because I understand you got, like I see that you are angry at black men. But this same anger people like her are using against you. It's the same way. The people wishing for racism so bad, they go and create the hoax. These women are looking for opportunity. So a black man they can show a black man beating them on camera. So whether it happens or not, they will just go along with it. They will just go along with it. So there's a lot of black men who went and did investigation on this matter. And shout out to those black men, because black men also, they're not taking it anymore. They're like, you're not gonna just come here and start saying stuff about us. They did the investigation to uncover all her previous misdeeds. So this is in 2020. Here we go.
No reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me.
You see that? In 2020, she put up a GoFundMe. Look at how she put so single mother with the black babies. So all the black women who hate black men and promote this single mother thing, they all can relate to her. So she's using things that black women, the stereotypical, black woman, single mom, 3 children. She put it up, and to add it to it, of course, she had to add Muslim to it. She said, help black Muslim mother pay her medical bill. So of course, with some of the Muslim simps too, they would run on the internet. When they see this, they will be like, oh, look at that. Oh, Halimu got hit with a brick because she's trying to be a doctor. This racist white, Americans. Oh, this bad black man did this to her. But it was all a lie. It's all a total lie. So I'm trying to help wake you up to these lies. Here we go. You see the date? August 2nd, 2020.
Have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watching, and they let that nigga get in a car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Do you guys see that? This is crazy. So she is using the black men as her punching bag. So now all of a sudden she is black. So of course all the self-hating black men came out in support of her. All right. So let us uncover her hoax here. Here we go.
The report, we may have gotten bamboozled, kerfluffled, hoodwinked. She didn't just pull the wool over our eyes, she pulled the whole damn sheep on our face. So we all know this lady, right? The Bricklady, aka Roll Reacts. Now it seems like she has a history of doing this sort of thing. Basically in 2020, she actually, once again, played the victim to actually get GoFundMe donations. And I want y'all to listen to this.
Do you guys hear this? So the videos I showed you, this guy put it all together so you guys see how this woman, she did this back in 2020. So 3 years later, she is doing it again.
Years we've been scammed again. Rhoda Osman, the Brick Lady, appears to be a scammer that uses victimhood to create GoFundMes.
Did you guys hear this? She uses victimhood to create GoFundMe. And who relates to her the most? The black women. So now you guys see why when I talk about, people playing victimhood, how dangerous it is. They don't listen. Now look at how victimhood, somebody is monetizing it, using it against you.
Her first incident was in 2020. She claimed she was assaulted by a dollar store security guard.
And man, did the story get crazy. Man, this story got more twists and turns than a Jamaican street. Seems like we got Carly Russelled again. She had black women coming for black men all over.
That's right. This story, the twists and turns, it's got more turns than a Jamaican street. I heard the Jamaican streets got many twists and turns.
Over the internet, but as more details of the story came out, man, her story was flakier than a 90-year-old crotch. Y'all remember her claiming that none of the black men around actually came to her defense? Yeah, that one. Now watch this clip.
Yeah, talking about I got hit with the brick, and we was trying to help her. That's all we was trying to do. You see what I'm saying? We trying to help.
So you see, she had to go pick these young dudes over here to say, oh, she walked over to them to say the black men didn't help us. Yeah. So they're standing here, chilling. They think they just, kicking it. Little did they know, this scamming Somali woman with a question mark is trying to set them up.
I called the police and stuff like that. They pulled them. I talked to them. I know they got the video.
So that was bullshit. Now y'all remember this guy who claimed he was there?
And you notice she did not ask Somali men for protection. You're right, Astros. She started blaming black men. She didn't call the Somali men to come and protect her. So here we go.
Oh, nope. His ex-girlfriend outed him. He doesn't even live in the same state. He was just another motherfucker doing it for clicks and views. Oh, so the owner of the establishment also finally spoke out. So he reviewed all the security footage, and there was no video of her getting assaulted in any shape or form. And yet she was able to still raise $40,000 on GoFundMe donation.
Did you guys hear this? So at the time of this video, it was at 40. Now it's 41,000. Okay? So this woman is claiming that she got hit with a brick. I mean, guys, there's cameras everywhere. They can find footage of this incident anywhere. But here we go.
This time around. And now for the obvious question. I'm pretty sure we all see that swelling on her face, right? On top of not filing a police report, it's alleged that she actually got treated for an allergic reaction, guys.
Bingo. Looks like a allergic reaction, of course. Maybe she got this from seafood, or she got stung by a bee or something. Who knows? Right? So, but allergic reaction makes sense. It makes sense. But here we go.
Oh, just in case we can't put one on one together, guys, she did this for clout, she did this for views, and she did this for money. And she knew that by stirring the pot between black men and black women, it would do exactly that. So, us at Ghetto News signing off. Y'all.
He is 100% correct. It's easy to stir the pot between black women and black men in America. And she did just that. All right, Choco, thank you for the super chat. He said, she still hasn't filed a police report. Why? Because it is a hoax. She lied. She did a Jesse Smollett. But she's pretending that black men in America refuse to help her. But I have the panel here. I want to welcome them in. We have Ola and we have Jude. Ola, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Thank you, bro.
Kidola, what do you see this story, this Somali woman, pulled this hoax. At this point, she put up a GoFundMe claiming that she got hit with a brick on her face and black men stood by. They didn't help her. You see? And you've seen the video. What do you make of it? Why do you think it's so easy to turn black women against the black men? Because they were the ones that gave her this much money. And, I want to hear your point.
Afrodamus, a long time ago, I said America is like a fantasy land.
Yeah.
Whereby everybody lies and everybody want to be hero.
Yes, you did say that.
You understand? So what you see now is a society that she is living in. What I think you have to understand, the Somali people, they're crazy also sometimes. And she just the outcast of the Somalians that are into the real culture of the black Americans.
Yeah, but you see, Kidola, she is, because how come she didn't call for the Somali men to come and protect her? Why didn't she go do this in predominantly Somali area? Why do you think that is?
If you think scammers, she's a scammer, and she did it. She earned some money. She's doing it. She's gonna earn some money. She did it for the money, and she's trying to speak like Black Americans. She's trying to represent like Black Americans, and she knows pretty well that Black Americans, men and their women, they're like rat race. You understand? They're in each other's neck.
Yeah.
You play into this game against brothers and sisters and against ethnic people in United States that are struggling and try to use them to make money. You understand? And they want the money, not just the money from the white people. You want the money from the Black Americans. The women would donate.
And I heard that she's a lesbian too. Lesbian.
No, she's using that as part of the. That is a trendy thing now.
You think that's another that's one of our another hustle?
Another hustle also, another big lie. She just sitting down, making videos, slapping people on the street, trying to be like Black Americans, street girls who talk anyhow. And if I were Black Americans, I would really go after her.
No, but you see, Kidola, they identified with her. They say she's a black woman. In fact, some other black men were making videos wishing death upon black men, talking about they are cowards. They will not go protect, black women. And this was a hoax the whole time. So it tells you how the blacks, even most of them, feel about themselves.
Yes, because that's why she's using them. That's why, you see, that's why I told you a lot. I said Somalians and Ethiopians, they ain't black like that. But they can use you when it's convenient for them. They will use you to forward their goals. That's what she's doing. She's using people that they think that she in her mind that they're weak, and use them against themselves and want to collect them. Do you remember what Donald Trump said? He would build a wall, Mexicans will pay for it?
Yeah.
That's what she's doing now. She's doing that. I will carry out this scam, and Black Americans will pay for it. Both the men and the women, they will pay for it. That's what she's doing now.
Yeah.
You understand? So she's turning, and look, that's why the Black Americans, we have to look. They have to really organize themselves. Not about, I'm Chihuahua, I'm Choctaw, I'm this. She's just bringing them down.
Well, Kidola, what you said is interesting. There was an Arab man I came across a video, and he said this about Somalis. Here, let me play it for you.
Somali, the most hypocrisy people in the earth. When you see Arab, you say we are Arab. When you see black, you say we are black. When you see African, you say you're African. You're hypocrisy, you're motherfucker, dirty.
All right. So, Kidola, what do you think about what that Arab man is saying?
That Arab man is 100% right. If you run Somalians, you have to be very careful. You have very, very, very careful. What would trigger them, you don't know. You understand? What would trigger them, you don't know. They can be hostile to you from, look, they're like what do you call it? They're like, I don't know if you watch a movie, some kind of movie whereby the people sit on the carpet and fly. It's those movie. So the Somalis, they're like that. They are slave traders. You know what I mean? They are slave traders. They deceive the the Kenyans as sold them as slaves. I also asked the Omans to come and buy the sub-Saharan Kenyans. You understand me? Not just them alone. Also the Ethiopians also. That's why I always said that sub-Saharan Africans have to form their own organization.
But Kidola, why do you think it's so easy to deceive Black Americans? Why?
Because they're not exposed. That's just the truth. They're not exposed. I told you these people will be isolated for a very long time. You have to rehabilitate these people for another century for them to be exposed. Look, they just look. There's a saying from
even this Somali 419. Look, let me read this real quick. DiCapriano, thank you for the super chat. He said the 419 dust has abandoned the four corners of the continent for a new home in the four corners of the earth. We blacks must be very cautious. DiCapriano, thank you for the super chat. So DiCapriano is saying this is just African scammers that left the continent and now it's all over the world.
After that, but Black Americans also scammers also. You see, that's what I told you. I said, look, long time ago, if you remember in this show, I said, look, when you put in a land of fantasy, whereby American man will tell you, special African American man will tell you, I will be there for you to a single mother. I will be your hero. You know what I mean? They will give you all this
all the sweet talk. All right, Kidola, I don't know. There you are.
Go to ask Brother Polite, who's going to jail now, the scammers. So a lot of Black Americans also doing the same thing. Even American politicians also lying also. So you're in a cycle, in a pot of people who lies as their pot of peace. You understand me? So you cannot really, this Somali girl just taking the fact because this is inside her DNA. Conquer, divide.
So they are so the Somalis are slave traders. That's where she's coming from.
Oh, big time. They're in the middle who says Kenyans and
and the Tanzanians.
They're the ones that sold Kenyans and Tanzanians to the Oman, and they ask the Oman how to conquer these people. You have to put that in your mind. Somali man will say I'm black today. Tomorrow he will say I'm not. I'm Somali. So the other day we say I'm Arab. The other day we say I'm African. You can't really trust people who fish around. They are fish. There are people either they call it fishers, right? You see a very big scam that's being carried out under the back and under the ass of the Black Americans. The Black Americans also doing the same thing. Also, those people are scamming their own people. You understand me? But
so they are flip floppers.
Yes, but what the Somalis are doing now is what their ancestors did to the Kenyans and the Tanzanians. They just said, "Okay, I've been hit by the bricks, and no black men want to refuse to save me or something like that." And now that she's looking for the money, it's just like what Donald Trump said.
She got the money. The black women. It's mostly black women and the Sims that gave her money.
Just that Donald Trump said, "I will build the wall, but Mexican will pay." She said, "I will carry out the scam. Black Americans will pay for it."
But Kidola, you see, the blacks, they have a lot of money. You see how quickly they gave this woman 41,000.
They're giving their handout and their pancake money for her to eat.
Pancake money.
They give pancake money for her to eat, and she's ready to eat. She knows they're very weak. She knows their mind is very, very weak. And she also have a good hair too. Black Americans women like good hair. They want to be in their mind. They want to be Mexicans and Latinos also.
Yeah.
So she have the hair that they be looking for. Now what you're seeing now, she have the better hair also.
All right, let's bring in Kifaru. Kifaru, welcome to the Afridamus Report. Kifaru, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it was very funny, the clip you played, that Arab man. No, it makes me laugh all the time.
Yeah,
what?
You want to see it one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
Hypocrisy people in the earth. When you see Arab, you say we are Arab. When you see black, you say we are black. When you see African, you say you're African. You're hypocrisy, you're motherfucker.
Okay.
Well, it's funny.
So Kifaru, what do you? So are you agreeing with the Arab man?
Well, Somalis. I don't really want to talk about Somalis because
this woman is a Somali who scammed money out of the You know,
Yeah,
FBA women.
exactly. I want to add to what Kidola just said. You know, she can only do that in that community because that community is broken. There's gender war. Okay. She might be a scammer, but she's smart to pull out that move. Okay. People say, why didn't she do it in the Somali community? She can't do that because she knows it's not going to work. But the community like the African American community, that is a huge gender war. You can easily see it and take advantage of it. That's what she does. And she
Yeah,
just needs to wait for another 2 years and she does it again. It's going to happen. See how many black women paid her without even knowing, just because it's against black men. That's
yeah,
just what they want to understand. It's against black men. We're going to pay her to show these black men we can take care of ourselves. She hit the jackpot. She knew exactly what she was doing. She's a scammer. First time I saw that video, I said, you can't hit someone that hard without her face being that distorted and there's
right,
no blood, there's nothing. It was so shady to me, but you don't know. Everything is what is on video. It's the video that you see. And yeah, you can't blame her. I blame the community. I blame the community first for giving people this opportunity to scam them. She knows she's Somali. She knows exactly what she is. She knows she's not part from that community, and she's using that community as a tool to make her money. That's just a fact.
right. I mean, it's fascinating how, you know, it's so easy to make money off of, you know, blacks here in America. It's so easy. You know, it's all comes from hoax. You know, it's like the victimhood Olympics.
Exactly. So, well, and the thing that this guy was saying about Somalis, well, they claim they don't identify themselves as black, but I was so surprised when I saw her GoFundMe said a black Muslim woman.
Yeah,
All is just the game because she knows that's what people want her to be. When I say I'm black, I'm black, a Muslim woman or whatever, and I have the sympathy for this anti-men sentiment, and she's just playing the game and she's making the money. She's catching. I hope her boyfriend is not Nigerian, giving her some skills and some insights. You never know.
wait,
What do you mean by that? I don't understand. When these people are coming, you always bring Nigeria into this.
yeah,
Even for
Kejola,
that
come.
right.
Kidola.
No, hold on,
Kidola,
Bro
come. I
is
want
also
to
having the
pull your
same
leg.
problem. They say, oh,
I
Bro
want
is from Nigeria. You know,
that. Kidola,
Nigeria is
come
not
on,
involved
come.
in this thing now.
I want to pull your leg. Come on. Take chance. Calm down.
Okay,
Calm
I
down.
thought what is going on, man?
all right. Let's bring in KBM. KBM, welcome to the Afrodamus Report.
Hello.
Hello. So KBM, are you familiar with the Bricklady?
I am now for the past like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about this hoax? Why did
Um,
she choose to blame it on black men? And somehow she was able to get lots of money blaming black men. It seems like blaming black men pays a lot in America.
well, she had to learn that from somebody or a certain community that does that on a regular. So, but how she got there in the first place, who knows? I'm sure she probably got interested with maybe an old boyfriend that made her, leave her
Wait,
ways.
her boyfriend?
Like some boyfriend in the past, probably, that wasn't a Muslim, that wasn't Somalian, probably got her to leave her lifestyle that she grew up with, in that community. Because the people that I've seen, which has been very few when it comes to Somali women, because I've heard about these and I've seen one in Alaska, I already put it in the chat, that there was this one in Alaska that was like her, but basically not wearing the hijab, not practicing, being like a Muslim woman, you would expect from the Somali community, behaving in a certain way. However, she was loved by everybody there. Now, her friend a year before the season I wasn't there working in Alaska was just like her.
Wait, they're writing in the chat that her boyfriend was a Nigerian. Are they making that up?
I don't know. I don't know. He could have been Haitian. He could have been American. I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, there was another woman at the same place a year before I missed out on, drunk one day, spit in the security guard's face. They got her butt out of there, and she was a Somalian. Now I've heard Somalian guys and even women say that they're Somalians like this, like women that are like what she's doing in this video. But I've yet to seen one, but I've heard about them. So now seeing this, I'm not surprised, but she definitely learned that behavior from somebody. And I think she watches a lot of TV. She took an opportunity that she probably thought she could get away with. She tried it in 2020, now in 2023, probably to change it up a little bit. Maybe things ain't working for her at home. Maybe she feels she has to do this.
Well, she got $42,000 so far from it.
Oh, what, 2020 or recently?
2023 still, the GoFundMe is still ongoing.
Oh wow. But you know, it's possible that she's not able to take those funds out. You know, because GoFundMe won't always release those funds, so there might be an issue with that. Because otherwise, I think she would have already taken out that money.
That's right. You're right. Because of the lot of the stories surrounding the whole thing. Let's bring in Jude. Jude, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Oh yes, Afridamus. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Jude. Jude, you've seen the videos, right?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this Somali lady's story? How come it's so easy for her to make money off of the blacks, especially black women? They sympathized with her. They went after black men. They were happy that she blamed it on black men in America.
What most people don't understand is I'm pretty sure this lady lives in Minnesota, right?
Right.
Yeah. Most of these Somalians that came in Minnesota through refugee program, most of them are becoming liberals. What I mean becoming liberal is most of them are abandoning their Muslim religion. They are taking out their hijabs, they are taking out their facial masquerade, their wraps and all those stuff, and becoming free in society. You know, they are
What do you
now
mean free?
free in the sense that they are enjoying the American lifestyle. You know, going out, partying, chilling. You know, when I went to Brooklyn Park in Minnesota, most of their women were free. You know, they live a certain lifestyle the same as black Americans. You know, the kind of lifestyle that black Americans live, the way,
No,
the way they do things.
they're saying it happened in Houston, but she's from Minneapolis. She's from Minneapolis.
I mean, Minneapolis, yeah, Minneapolis, Houston. This is all, So her speaking like an African American, I mean, I think she was born here based from my accent.
Yes.
It tells me she was born here. So the neighborhood that she lives in is more familiar because, most of the time, like I said, they want to act like, from the way she speaks like a typical, black American lady. So there was no, I mean, her blaming her the brake stuff that she got hit by bricks. For certain things, I don't know. It might be people think it might be bricks, but look, man, there are certain slangs that most of these Americans use, especially black Americans. Bricks on the street is probably like calling out a girl, chasing her out, probably want to, getting intimate with her on the street. That's some. It's not just like hitting her with something. But I'm also thinking that she has a psychological deficiency problem.
Yeah,
Like
you might be onto something there. She seems like something is wrong with her.
Right. So he's not actually picking up a stone and shooting her on the head, but he's probably, maybe, chasing her or molesting her. That might also be something that,
But there's
maybe
no
she doesn't
proof.
want to talk about.
There was no video to show that even happened.
Right. That's why I'm saying that she has a mental issue, and it's rather unfortunate to see Somalians that have a mental issue. If care is not taken, either is being handed down to her by her whole.
But Jude,
Yeah, go
how
ahead.
do you feel that they blamed black American men for this?
Bro,
The whole time they
bro,
say, "Oh, you refuse to protect."
She lives in a society that is dominated by blacks in that part of the place where, I mean, if you grew up in America, you know that there are certain places that black Americans dominate, especially the east side of town. If you go to Minnesota, Brooklyn Park is next door to black Americans. You don't see white people of that area. So Brooklyn Park is all mixed up with black Americans neighborhood. So the day-to-day people that they meet on their daily issues is all blacks and probably other Africans. So that is who he is gonna blame it on. I mean, blaming a white person in that neighborhood is not gonna make any sense at all.
There's a video
If
of
you
her
ask me.
hitting a white man.
A white man hitting her or her
No,
hitting a white man?
she hit the white man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you're gonna find crackhead in all places. Maybe, I mean, he's probably gonna be one of these crackhead. I mean,
No, no,
look,
no. He was not a crackhead.
come on, man. I mean, I mean, she could only get money out from all these GoFundMe or whatever. There's no way, even I don't think even the law find out what happened with her. I mean, I don't
So
think the
so
law is
so
working in these
so
places.
Judah, but the Somalis are not claiming her as part
No,
of their community.
Somalians are not gonna claim her. Like I said, most of these guys, when they leave Somalia, they come here, they abandon their religion. In Somalia, they live in bondage. They don't know what life is all about because they have been enclosed in a kind of society that, oh, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. There's all these rules and regulation that is locking them up. But in America, they are free. So you see, like the lady that became a congresswoman in America, you see how
Ilhan
Somalis
Omar, Ilhan Omar.
exactly they abandon her because this lady is free. She's living her best life. She's educated. The people that are not free are the ones in Somalia. They are not educated. They live in that pragmatic life of religion. But
So
the
so
ones in
so what do you
America,
think about when Kidola said that, is she's used she is slave trader mentality? He said because the Somalis sold the Kenyans, so that's like the DNA in her. She's using the same tactic too.
being the same tactic or not, sometimes Kidola comes out like this intelligent guy, but in a long run, he might be a short-sighted guy as well. I'm not gonna talk Kidola like that, but I mean, based on what the lady is saying, I mean, come on, man. Everybody can frame up a story and make it. I've seen other Africans doing the same thing, but now we're talking about Somalis. But this is the thing. There's also another video where do you know that albinism? All these albinos guys in Somalia, they are being chased out of Somalia because they are albinos. I watched a video on YouTube that they were talking about it. I was like, wow. In certain countries, even in East Africa, they use albinos, for all these sacrifices and
Are
all
you
this
sure
stuff.
it's Somalia? Is Tanzania? Are you sure it's in
No,
Somalia?
in
That's in
Tanzania as
Tanzania.
well, but I just watched, I didn't believe it. I watched a big video about Somalia, how albinos are being chased out with X. They
But
press
why?
them
Why?
out,
Why are they
albinos.
chasing? But why are they
Because
chasing them out?
that's another thing. I thought it was happening in Tanzania till they say Somalia. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know albinos also
Are
have a
you? Are
problem in
you? Are,
Somalia.
are you sure it's Somalia?
Of course, I can send you the video. I was very
Hmm.
pissed off. Like, wow, in Somalia they also chased out albinos. It's crazy. They chase them down with X. Chase them out of
With
Somalia.
what
They say they
eggs?
are not
You say
Somalis. Yeah,
eggs?
X,
Like eggs?
raw X. They say they are
Like
not Somalis. They
like
are
throw
devils
eggs?
because they are albinos.
Wait. They throw eggs at this
They
at the
throw they
albino.
throw eggs at them. Even though some of the Somalians albinos will be talking how. I mean, I can send you the video, man. You probably gonna make something about it. They talk how we are Somalis, but they don't look at us as Somalis because we are albinos. It's rather unfortunate that certain things are being locked up in Somalia, man. There is a whole lot of. That's why I say a religion has made people not to be free in Somalia. That's why they have to be free. That's why I want to stop this religion issue in Africa. Shut them.
But
People
wait,
are not. It's
but
rather
Judah,
unfortunate.
what is the religion in Africa have to do with this woman's behavior?
This woman behavior, you kind of see that it tells you that he was living when he came to America. His parents maybe were still in a religion kind of thing, right? But because when she left that environment, still till today, she's still being haunted by a Somali past.
No,
It
no,
tells you
wait.
that her parents.
But don't you think?
Look, the way she's
How can
acting
you
right now,
blame?
it
How
tells you
can
her
you blame?
parents.
Wait,
It tells you
hold on. Her religion
her parents.
forbids. Wait,
Afredemus,
hold on. Let me say this. Her religion forbids her behavior. So now, how can you turn around and blame her behavior on her religion? 'Cause
her parents have abandoned her. That's why she's on the street. It tells you she's on the street. She doesn't
no,
live.
she's grown up. She's over 30.
You can be grown up, but you're still on the street. The kind of neighborhood that she lives in, somebody throwing the bricks on her face. It doesn't happen in
It didn't
Utah where I
happen,
live in.
Judah. Judah, it's a
I mean,
hoax. It did not.
it's if it's a hoax, but the language that she is using tells me she lives in a kind of neighborhood. She wouldn't want to live in Salt Lake City in Utah where people she's not about that life. You know, the way she was talking, you know, I got busted
Wait,
and no more, you know,
Jude,
calling niggas out, you know, using all these words, tells me she lives in that neighborhood, you know, but it
wait,
tells me
Jude,
also her
Jude,
parents have
Jude, wait,
abandoned her.
Jude, wait, wait. What are you talking about? Are you trying to say she couldn't have done this same video in Salt Lake City? Is that
No,
what you're
bro.
trying to?
She would have been in jail. We put people like that in
Jude,
struggle, you know, people that have
Jude,
mental issues in some kind of
Jude,
enclosed environment. She wouldn't be even in the open talking about this stuff, you know.
Jude, Jude. She would have done the same thing anywhere in America. This is
I mean,
just
in
real.
America, but the neighborhood that she's in, Afridemos, I wouldn't want to talk much on this stuff, man. But this is the thing: her parents have abandoned
Okay.
her. The way she speak, it doesn't sound like a real Somalian. So her parents might even come out and say, "No, she is not part of us." Even Somalis will tell you she's not part of them. You know, everyone has abandoned. So she's on the street.
But Jude, then okay, fine. Like I said, the Somalis rejected this behavior, but then you blame it on Somalis again.
I
Earlier you
blame it on
said,
Somalis because if it's because of their religion, you know, she has gone out and
but the
she's looking
religion
for
condemns.
freedom.
But the religion condemns her behavior, though.
But she has lived that religion and she's going out for freedom, you know, try to, but now she's not.
She should go back to the religion so she
No,
doesn't
she shouldn't go back
scam
to the
people.
religion, but maybe she identified the lifestyle that she's in too late. She's 30, man. So maybe she's having some flaws on the street. If she was young on the street, I wouldn't think she would be having these problems, you know. But because, you know, she went in the street too old, now she's having all these problem, men hitting on her, all this brick stuff, you know. That's where the problem is.
Well, for me, I don't really think she has a problem. I just think she's a smart
Yeah.
person in the society that's taking advantage of
No, she
every opportunity she can have to make her money. I don't think to
yeah,
be
but
able to put out that kind of fake news out there. You can go to the hospital. You know, it's a game. You must be sitting. You must be in the right mindset to put out that kind of
exactly.
game. I think she paid some other people to be part of the game to make it look real. People making
Keep out.
some fake
She don't.
TikTok videos. I was there. They hit her. She might be more than intelligent than what you think she
No,
is.
no,
I
no.
don't
She
think she's
doesn't
got
look
some mental
intelligent.
health.
I think the hitting on her head is a hoax. It's not a reality, but at the same time, she has a problem in reality. You could tell from the yeah. I was looking at the way she slur in her language, the certain words she used. You know, it tells me she really have a problem. That if care is not taken, yeah, it might develop into some kind of a mental issue. Yeah, I mean that might be a hoax, but at the same time, I'm really sure she has a problem. You know, that's just my
So,
point.
okay, okay, okay. All right, let's bring in Kidola real quick. Kidola,
Yeah.
Kidola, do you want to add on to what Judas said? Kidola, you're laughing.
Yeah. Okay.
Kidola, you're laughing.
Yeah,
Well,
because
Kidola, what do you think about what Judas just spewed
I
here?
don't know what to say. You know, Judah is straight shot and it's everywhere.
So, because Judas said he's claiming that this will not happen in the state he lives in, but I live in America. She can record anywhere in America. What do you make of what he's saying?
I think that lady is she's a Somalian and she's playing the game of a typical Somalian guy or woman who is smoking and have access to alcohol. You understand? And our host, that was a very big host. She learned it from the Black Americans. She
Wait,
participated.
wait. Okay, so you think the
Exactly.
behavior
She
is
lives in a
from the
black
blacks?
neighborhood.
She
Yeah,
learned from the blacks.
she
Yeah,
learned it
she lives in a black neighborhood.
you know, she learned it there because if you check the life of Black Americans always want to claim, oh, we don't scam, we don't do this. The Black Americans are the biggest scammers in America. Only that they are scammers.
So this woman perfected the game and used it against them.
Yeah, used against them. So what she did,
Kidola, you're onto something here because the blacks, they are scammers too.
yeah, the majority. Oh, whoa, they can lie.
So
They
the
can,
blacks, so you think, okay, you're onto something, Kidola.
the blacks can easily tell you something else and they just host. You understand me? They are very you see that you see the gay guy that says he's gay that brought some Nigerian guys and say, oh, these Nigerian guys beat me up or blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Okay, that's good. And you can see some of these guys also in the internet also. You understand me? The way they're scamming their own community and everything. The blacks never really love that.
But Kidola, this time the blacks are the victims.
Yeah, because look, the Somalians are very, very good.
So you think the Somalis are better scammers than the blacks?
The Somali, yeah, because they've been doing this thing between the Kenyans and the Tanzanians. You understand me? So
you mean like that? So the slavery there, they were the ones, you know.
Middlemen for a very long time. The Somalians are middlemen for a very, very long time. It's in their DNA. You can see the Arab man was saying this, blah, blah, blah. This is where they operate. And they see the black Americans are the weak links. You know, they're not so united. It's divided, and they're lost. So you can easily come into a lost community and re-lost them again. So what she did is to play into the gender war between the men and the women and speak their language. You see, the easier way to penetrate people's mind is for you to speak their language. You understand me? For you to speak the way that's what Mandela said. He said he learned how to speak Afrikaner to know much about these Afrikaner people. She speak their slangs. You know, she was talking like them. And talking like them, that will even bring in more the women, the single women who are also delusional like her, into the whole ball game. And some men you call simp. You understand me? So she played them. And have you ever seen a lot of these guys who's donating more money to some of these black American scammers in these YouTubes? Their own people. If they just think, oh, B1, B2, we all.
Oh, you see, Kidola, she's playing B1, B2.
Yeah, that's good. That was she's playing B1, B2 right now.
Yeah, because you see, she said, she's using the N word.
She's using that word, you know. She's speaking out B2, B1, you know. So,
so Kidola, you're saying the blacks, they are not innocent in this?
No, don't be surprised. They are the boyfriend. One of them is the boyfriend of this. Black Americans like.
I think they're saying that she had a black boyfriend. Maybe the black boyfriend taught her how to do this.
Yeah, it's a black American girl finding how to scam and all those things. You can see them in these YouTubes. They play games and they turn around. All of that. What she's asking, she's a 419 girl. Don't get me wrong. This guy's a big 419 girl.
She's a Yahoo girl.
She's a Yahoo. This is a typical Yahoo.
Yeah. So did she learn it from Nigeria, Kidola?
No. Nigeria learned it also for other people also.
Yeah, guys. I just want to say this before I leave you guys. You know, as we said, she's taking advantage of the African American community that's divided, the gender war. But there's one thing I just want to ask the Somalis community. You need to decide if you're black or if you're not. Because I thought it was only the sub-Saharan Africans who were confused, but now even the Arabs are confused. So it makes me very funny. So you just need to tell us what side you are and we'll take you for your side. I thought we're confused, but when I see the Arab people confused, then I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to leave you guys. Have a nice part. Yeah.
Let me just tell you one thing. You see, I said a long time ago, I said the African Union in Ethiopia is a other host.
Well, that'll be
Haile Selassie.
I'm a Pan-Africanist. I will not really accept that.
What be by Pan-Africanist? You have to say you are sub-Saharist or whatever you want to say.
Anyhow, I'll get back to you. I don't want to divert the conversation.
So what you see now is a typical game that Somali girl, she calls herself 30 years old girl, pull up under the ass of black Americans, and the black Americans pay for it. You understand me? They will pay for they will give out to $100,000.
Ademus, anything about Punani, black Americans are ready to go to the extreme and take it. That's just a lifestyle of black Americans.
So Judah, you think it's mostly black American men who donated? It's not the women?
Oh, come on! Of course. I just went to the stuff, and because there's a way where you could actually check who donates. So I actually type in the names, and most of the names I type in are all black Americans.
Yeah, but they are female. Are they females or male?
I mean, probably male and female, but the names.
No, who donated the most? You're like, You
Yeah,
put it
but
on.
most of the names that I was checking
No,
were
wait.
all.
Are they men or women? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know, but most of the
Uh,
names that I
uh,
find out were all
but
male.
you
The
said they
ones
were
that I typed
men.
in.
No,
Yeah, they
no.
are all black guys. They are all black names.
No, Jude, are you doing the same thing like this Somali woman, blaming it on the blacks?
No, 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 no. Why am I? Why should I blame it on the black
Hold
man?
on,
I mean, I don't
let
have
me
the
read
same.
this. Let me read this. Someone wrote a comment for Kidola. Says Kidola, she is supposedly married to a Nigerian. The 419 apple doesn't fall too far from the
No, she's not
continent.
married to a Nigerian. That's a lie. They just want to make her linked to a Nigerian person. Come on, no, I'm not gonna let that
Just
slide with
like, but
Kidola.
Jude, just like you just tried to say it was black men donating. At first you said you saw it, but when I asked you, started.
She lives in a black neighborhood, in a black community with
Okay,
Somalian, like
yeah, I get that probably.
many white people are not familiar with her story. That is just the point. The guy that was doing the video was also a black American because he's familiar with that story. So most of
Okay.
the guys that donate are mostly blacks.
No, I'm talking the gender. It's black women who donated to her the most.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. Black
so.
women
Why did you
donated, but
say then? Why did you say black men? Remember, she's accusing black men. Black men are the ones catching the heat. So
yeah,
I
but
don't
at the same time
expect
they
them
still
to
donated.
donate.
They still
What?
donated as well. Yeah, black men also donated. Black women donated,
No,
and
I'm sure some of them did. Some of the Sims, but they. I'm saying, are you saying they are the majority?
they are the majority when it comes to different race of men that donated, like white and all
Okay.
these. That's what I'm saying.
Why do you think even though this woman is trying to tarnish black men's image, there's some of the simps still donated? What do they
Right,
expect to
and
get?
that's what I'm saying. Black men, when it comes to punani, a black man can chase a punani from California all the way to Maine State, all the way to New York. That's just their lifestyle. They will leave their work, they will
All the
abandon
way
their
to
work, call up
Kenya?
sick, or all the way to Kenya. Passport bills and all this stuff. They will abandon their work, don't even show up to work because they are chasing hoes and all these things. That's just their lifestyle. So any string that they see online or even on what that's just they follow it. They follow yeah, that's just it, man. Apart from that, there's nothing else, but that's just their mentality. So
So that's what. So they donated.
of course, yeah, they donated because maybe some are still in love with her. They see the way she talks. Because most of these black Americans, don't get me wrong, they like a certain kind of hood women that are raw. The way they talk, especially African women or Somalian women that are into the African American culture. They like that kind of, extravagant, like not extravagant, like,
You mean extra
language.
bacon?
Eh, 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 no, I mean like the kind of raw language, all these,
Oh, so ratchet. You mean like ratchet
ratchet, all
behavior?
these, yeah, all these, yeah. Most of the time, when the African lady is too soft, most African American men don't like that. You have to be some kind of ratchet. Talk raw to them, and that's just the kind of lifestyle. So when they
Judah.
saw this Somalian lady, they felt like, oh, she's part of us. She's part of our culture. She speak like us. At least let's do what we can to support her as well. So that's it, man.
Okay. All right. Let's bring in St. James. St. James, welcome to the Afrodamus Report.
Hey fam, how you doing, bro?
How you doing? How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Glad to be here.
Right. St. James, you see what's happening. The Somali woman, the Bricklady, turned out to be a hoax. And she blamed, the black men have been catching heat all over the internet, saying black men don't protect black women. She went for the black man not protecting black women narrative. And the black queens jump on it. They started, as they would say, bash. They started bashing black men. And on top of that, they donated to her 42,000 K. I did not know the Somalis have strong 419 game. What do you make of this video? This woman.
Afadamus, to be honest with you, man, I kind of noticed that the East.
Oh man, St. James, come right back. Oh, there.
Man, and I like it.
You said the East African. You said the East African.
Yes, the East African community in America, man. Some of those people are cutthroat. And for me, in my opinion, I love it because they fit in our black cousin narrative, right? It's like, if you look at this woman, she's for us, right, on the panel, like Judy, you and I, we live in America, so we know this lady. She's a hood rat. The way she talks, we know like which kind of community she come from, right?
Exactly.
Right off the bat, we know where she come from, who she hang out with, what she does for a living. The way she talks, we know. So I know you didn't donate to her $5. I know that.
So I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it until Kidola came and revealed the secret.
I know you wouldn't give anything. So this is the kind of lady Dr. Umar talks about, right? So I know Dr. Umar gave something. Yeah, Dr. Umar is the kind of guy.
Do you think he donated? Do you think he would donate?
I believe so. And
do you think Dr. Umar is just hyping?
Man, Alphadamus, this guy's gonna try to even get the number to handle his business. Trust me. You know, this is how it works behind the scene, right? And she know how to play the game. She comes out, she talk like Black Americans, she act like Black Americans, and she knows Black Americans are gonna fall for it. She knows
exactly. Exactly.
Look at what DG wrote. Somali said, right. I am entertained by ignorance of West Africans. So he's claiming that West Africans are
I'm so happy he said that, or she or he. East Africans community in America, they're cutthroat. Look at Obama. What he pulled in America. This is East Africa, man.
So you think Obama also used the black skin against the blacks?
Absolutely. Who else but him?
Yeah.
Who else? Who pulled this off? East African dude, bro. That's why I give it to them. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to say I love it.
Yeah, they are able to pull the race. You know this.
Absolutely.
You know what, St. James? Watch this. The blacks like to talk about race, skin color, but you're right. It's other people who are able to make money off of them. Speaking this race thing.
Alphadamus, who is doing better in terms of politics? Like, is he West African or East African in America?
East Africans. You're right.
Okay, then. So why they in the chat trying to debunk what I'm saying? They know how to play the game. That's why I'm saying they're good at it.
Ilhan Omar.
Absolutely. The guy Negus in Colorado. Come on, man. He doesn't get better than that. That woman just pulled up. How much she got? 42,000?
Yes, so far.
Oh, I'm so happy for her with her family, man. She's able to, she's going to be able to feed her mama.
She doesn't have a family, but she's on the street, man. That money is just for her and on the street.
Jude, how do you know this?
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, but for a lady that speak like that, you think, she will probably want to settle down like that. No, come on.
You don't think she has a Somali boyfriend or husband?
No, she cannot. A Somalian guy cannot even handle her as we speak. It's only going to be African Americans.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Really?
So Jude, so you don't think a Nigerian can handle her?
Oh, no. From the way she speaks, even an African cannot handle her. I'm telling you, man, most ratchet African American women, Africans can never. I mean, come on, bro. We are so soft. And oh man, St. James, am I saying the truth?
Absolutely, bro. I got you.
There you go.
So St. James, imagine, like that, this Somali woman, like if the way you show up with her in Burkina Faso, she act that way. What type of question are they going to be asking you?
I think my family is going to ask me to leave, man. They're not. They're going to be like, yeah, man, no, we're done with you. Just go, man. Just go. Like I was trying to say, right? Let me compare that lady, right? Do you know this guy? I'm not going to drop his name yet, right? This guy is on YouTube, right? he went to jail for, I believe he was put in jail for drugs dealings. Came back as an investor. Made so much money off of Black Americans back. And these people are still loving and respecting it. They respect him until today. Can you compare this guy to this lady, man? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Are you talking about Freeway Rick Ross?
No.
The guy called the he told that kind of building.
Who? Jay Morrison.
Oh yeah, the investor guy.
Absolutely.
In quotes.
Right.
Yes.
He has a track record. This guy went to jail, came back, and became an investor in the Black American community, and they still give him money.
Yep.
It doesn't get better than that in America.
Why do you think they so inclined to support people like her, like people who are criminals? Like, why do they support?
That is their lifestyle, Epidemos. What the hell you talking about? That is their lifestyle.
They like the emotional investment. This guy came and talked about Oklahoma, right? It's talking about
Tulsa. Black Wall Street.
Yes, it doesn't get better than that. You don't need to provide anything further than that to get to woo Americans into an investment. All you gotta do is bring some emotion into that. They will give you money. So these Africans from East Africa, they got it right. They got the game from Black Americans. People scam these people.
So so you think the Black Americans taught the Somali woman and the other East Africans?
Where did they put them when they come to America in Minneapolis? They bring them to their community.
Exactly. Right. That's where their refugee camp is at. Brooklyn Park.
Absolutely.
That's where they take them to.
Absolutely.
Even Liberians go to North Dakota.
Judah said they have a refugee camp in Brooklyn Park.
Yeah, Brooklyn Park, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's where their community is at. That's where the congresswoman, I don't know how to say her name. That's the community that she came. Right, they have their own county over there. They dominate that place. That's where their refugee camp is at. So when they come in, they take them over there. When Liberians come in, they send Liberians to North Dakota. That's where their own refugee camp is at.
So they send the Liberians to a cold place?
Yeah, they send Liberians because they need people to stay in North Dakota. So only Black people can live in these places. Because, African Americans do not want to live there. And the population of North Dakota is like 2,000. So they send Black people to all these places that no person will not. In Brooklyn Park, it's as cold as hell too. That's where the Somalians, they send them to. They don't send nobody to the South. The South is already populated. That's why when these refugees are coming in, they are sending them to New York, all these places with buses. They should go all the way up north to Maine. That's where they have to, So that's just it, man.
That's correct, bro. That's correct. So they will develop these skills when they interact with our Black cousins over here, man. So. So these are results that you see here. Even the way she speak, she speak like our Blacks, right? She speaks like
and she twerks like the Blacks.
She does it. Yeah. In order to get the money, the African community, they will never donate to her. Come on, we enjoy some good house whooping in Africa, right? You agree? We don't care about if she's a woman or a man. We enjoy some good house whooping. If you're wrong, your ass is gonna get whooped, and you will learn something from that whooping.
This is not her first time. She did it back in 2020, and she got away with it. Yeah, and this time around, she even made more money this time around when she said she blamed it on black men.
Africanism, the Black community, you come back better and stronger. That's how they teach them in those communities. Come back better and stronger. That's what you learn. Last time I got 20K, this time I'm gonna get 40. You know what I'm saying?
Does that mean they are now mumu? They were beaten once, now they have been beaten twice.
Right. So it's what it is, man. I don't.
St. James, what do you make of what Kidola said about it's just the Somalis have always been slave traders trading the Kenyans and the Tanzanians. So, so
I
you
don't.
know,
I didn't learn that part of the history though. But I mean, was that what happened?
Yeah, but let me emphasize what Kidola was,
well,
and that's true because the Bantus, the Somali Bantus, and the Jere, and all these black Nilotics and Bantus in Kenya, right? They were taken as slaves by all these, Habishas and all these Arab like Somalis. They enslaved them. I mean, those were the ones in the east. But the Bantus in Central Africa were so strong for these people. So they could only take out the one in the east because they were soft. So that's just, I mean, but now, we have to take over Somalia. That's why there's this war in Somalia because the Bantus, the Jere are taking over their kingdom. That's why there's all these terrorist attack because the ones involved are black Somalis. They want to take over Mogadishu. That is their city. So, and that's why we are pushing for that. That's why we are the ones sponsoring all these things in Africa. Black Bantu should take over their neighborhood and chase out all these Arab likes out of their communities in Africa.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Judy, bro, I know you're gonna make a lot of Somali cry in the chat, man. Come on,
They
stop
have to cry, man. We have to chase them out. We have to take our neighborhood, and chase them out to Oman. That's where they came from, Yemen, and all these places. They should go back to these places. After them, have
okay.
you also seen the war that is happening in Israel? Israel is chasing out Eritreans
yes,
for polluting for polluting their neighborhood, man. You see,
yeah.
man, and it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. Like I don't have nothing to say, but I don't know.
Afadamus, man. Just agree with me, man. This East African brothers and sisters, man. They're ahead of us in America. You know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. I mean, they know how to play the system, man. Us West Africans, we playing like the moves, man. Like these guys, they don't give a damn. If you look at, the Somali clan, they're the only group, like the only African group that has a gang related, cliques in
Do you
America.
know why? Do you know why? You see, when most of us West African comes here, we don't. Only Liberians are coming as refugees, but we don't have camps. We are diverse, and so we go to different places. So our community is not huge like the Somalis in Minnesota, because when they come in, they come in as refugees. So they have these camps. So that camp has been populated. You have almost probably 1 million, if I'm not mistaken, of Somalians living in that neighborhood. So they are going to be giants and all these things,
Judah?
Huh?
1 million?
Yeah, of course, man. It's a huge place. Brooklyn Park all the way to St. Cloud. You know St. Cloud, you can Google it.
I've been there. I've been there.
Of course, man. I'm telling you, I'm familiar with these axes. I used to drive from North Dakota to Minneapolis, so I know all these places. St. Cloud and Brooklyn Park, all these places. So they have a huge population over there. Even all the gas station and all these roadside stores, mechanics and stuff, is all run by Somalis.
Yeah, but it's not 1 million though.
I say I'm estimating that maybe I did overestimate, but that was just an assumption. It might be I say up to 1 million. You never know. Because
there's less than 1 million Somalis in America.
Yeah, you never know, man.
You remember when some of the Black America used to say, "Oh, when these Africans come to America, they stick to themselves. They don't venture outside of where they stay at."
Right.
They were not referring to they were not referring to us like the West Africans. This was the East Africans. If you look at it, the Somali, for somehow, some way, when they get to the United States, they kind of stick together, which is good. But
but this woman is she practicing Somali behavior? Because the Somalis are not accepting her. She didn't go do this in their neighborhood.
Because she's free from that religion stuff. She doesn't have religious like anymore. That's why
these women, these women, they don't want anything to do with their community though. If you say sometimes I kind of see that with the Sudanese too. In my states, some of the girl, man. So I used to go to the club, man. They can shut the club down, man. Like being too ratchet, like it's like those women.
Do you think this East African women is good that their men know them, they tame them, because maybe they have the biggest satanic spirit in them. That's why their men need to put them in check? Because look at
I'm
this one.
telling you.
She is possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why these Somali men keep them in check.
I'm telling you, man, that could be the reason. I'm telling you. After clubbing Afadamas, I've seen Sudanese women checking guys like to fight. I've seen it. Like,
Well, in Denver, Colorado,
no. Yeah, that was back in the day, like in the 2010s, 11. Listen,
right?
we used to have African club, right? African clubs. Man, after the club, man, these women will try to fight a guy.
Oh man,
You know how many fights? How many fights I used to break every Saturday? Like, man, that was crazy.
So it makes sense for guys to use a brick on them.
Absolutely, to just knock her out, like knock her off the feet, man. Like, like I don't know that. I mean, I don't know. But some of these women, they are as violent as the men, though. I'm being honest with you. I've seen them in action.
Like with the Eritreans too? Like Visionary also say, he said what the Eritreans did in Israel is the same they do in different countries in Europe. Troublemakers. So apparently the Eritreans are troublemakers. They go to different countries.
Hey, Epidemic, the worst group in Utah, the worst ones we have are South Sudanese. They are the ones that dominate some kind of. I think maybe Utah also have a refugee camp for these South Sudanese guys. They are the ones causing havoc in all these clubs. I don't know, man. I don't know what is actually wrong with these East Africans. They might actually have a problem with them. Yeah.
Do you know when they come to the state as refugees, right?
Yeah,
they know they cannot get sent back home.
Right.
They have a special
Right.
status. That's why they go out and do those things.
Exactly.
You know.
James, you just said something because in these African clubs in Utah, yeah, all Sudanese, they fighting all these. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is beginning to look like a East African behavior.
Yeah, it's East African behavior, man.
But the Kenyans behave though.
Yeah, I don't know about Kenyans, man.
The Kenyans, I know they behave.
Yeah, you might be right because this is the thing. Kenyans are like, you see, they are more interested into white men and women. That's just their own lifestyle, you know. They are not in the open. They cannot.
But Judah, you are in Snow Bunny land. What like is the Cameroonians?
Yeah, but the thing about Kenyans is it's hard to find a Kenyan that can actually express him or herself in America. I've not actually seen a Kenyan that can actually, say something loud. Like they are
Obama.
No, come on. Obama was mixed with a white woman, I mean, but a Kenyan, I mean, most of them don't even talk. Like they are so slow. Like most of the time you see they are so slow in America, man. They are not like when it comes to like Africans in America, like a Kenya is at the bottom. You don't see them like, like doing, if I met one nurse that was a Kenyan, she was just too slow for me, man. Like I mean, for my talk, like what the hell are you talking about? Right? Like, I mean, maybe in Africa, yeah, but in America, man, like, come on, the Kenyan, hell no, man.
Nah, the Kenyans like they don't hang out like that.
Yeah, I've never actually seen a Kenyan like that.
Yeah. They are into what they want to do in America, and that's it. They're not.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen a Kenyan community like that. It's like they're non-existent.
I mean, they are not loud. They are just too slow.
So, question: do you guys think from this incident the blacks would learn, especially black queens, talking about they're educated, they're gonna learn from this incident and stop jumping on any group, any woman hating on black men? Do you think there's hope that they will learn?
Nope.
No hope?
I don't think so. No hope, man.
You think they're too far gone?
They're too far gone, man. In America, we lost the case in America, man. There is nothing we can do in America. If you want something that makes sense, you have to go outside America. In America, no one will listen to you when you talk about those kind of topics, man. We're too far gone, and that's unfortunate to me. As it looks to me.
Then if you look at the dynamic, do you think this place? So this is a good sign that there's gonna be African unity, right?
Absolutely. The African unity in America has always worked, man, because we kept our common sense together, still in check.
No, but
We're
if the
not
East
gonna go for
African,
the
if the East Africans are hearing this, they're hearing Judah,
hey, we go,
they always start. They're gonna be like, wait, why do these, people from East, Western Central Africa think they are the best Africans?
So are you guys
well,
now
I
a
mean, this is
Pan-Africanist?
No, I'm just asking, Judah. What, Judah? You don't want to unite with the East Africans?
Oh no, man. I mean, Pan-Africanism is it's a far fetch. I mean, it's never gonna happen. Africa are so myopic. We are dumb. I mean, we have never built anything on our own. How can we unite that? We don't even
Okay,
have something going for us, man.
okay, fine,
Come on.
Judah, fine.
I mean,
You,
Africa is. I mean,
okay, Judah, all
individual
right.
countries should go in their own way.
Okay.
You know.
You did
Alpha
fine. You didn't have
Alpha
to. You didn't have to say all that. Okay.
No, come on, man.
Yeah.
Ola made a point, but he left, right?
Yeah.
He said it was about that time that we removed the African Union headquarters from Ethiopia, right?
Right.
You're right.
I agree with him. What's wrong with that?
Exactly. St. James, that's true though.
What's wrong with that? I've been saying this for a minute.
Exactly. Did you know that Ethiopians were chasing out Nigerians that were fleeing from Sudan? How can they hate an African Union that is present in your country, chasing out other Africans, not to come in that are running away? Come on, man. I mean,
Judah,
yeah.
Judah, are you gonna claim the Somali Bricklady as one of your people, as black?
No. Why am I gonna claim him? I mean, I'll claim her or whatever. But I mean, she's Somali. Somali should claim her. But I'm proud of her, not being part of that Somalian community because Somalian.
So you're proud of a criminal? You're proud of a criminal?
Yeah, I'm proud of her being
she's
out of
coming the black.
Somalia.
Judah, some of the blacks are Bantus.
Affidemos. Some of the blacks, you mean African Americans?
She's come your people.
They lost their Bantu ways a long time ago, man. They're brand new, bro.
There you go, St. James.
They're brand new. So you know what's up, man. It's not. This is something we have to study and understand.
Exactly.
So Judah, you support the Somali woman? Is that what you say?
I support the Somali woman because the religion that she came from is a bondage. It's a religion that closed them together.
Judah, what's her religion have to do with this?
Her religion because I'm happy. That's why I encourage most of. Affidemos, hold on.
Her behavior is bad, though.
I know her behavior is bad, but that's why I encourage that Somalians should be chased out and they should come to America because the ones that grew up in America are kind of abandoning that kind of religious mindset, that Mohammed stuff, all that, and these are the ones that I respect because I've met with a Somalian guy over here. The way he speaks, he doesn't speak like a typical Somalian guy in Somalia who has not even traveled.
How does a typical one speak?
The one that I met, the way he spoke, he was, talking about, this. I mean, he identified himself as an African, but he did not identify himself as black because he did not see himself as black. But another thing that caught my attention is he was fighting for African to unite. But when I encouraged,
Judah, you want them to abandon Islam?
Oh yeah. For Africa, that's why I tell you, African will never unite or there will never be Pan-Africanism because Pan-Africanism doesn't come in when there is no religious unity in Africa. Everything is disunity, man. If they have to be Pan-Africanism, we have to abandon certain religions. We have to abandon certain cultures. Even some traditional, even some villages are gonna go extinct. We are gonna take on other African languages and stuff. So it's gonna be a whole far-fetched that will never happen. Somalis will not abandon their Islam religion. St. James will not abandon his tribe to take over on Yoruba. If Yoruba become an African language, St. James will not do that. So everyone wants to be a conservative. They want to protect what they have. So Africa will never unite them. So that's just me.
So Judah, do you think there's hope that the blacks women would wake up after seeing this hoax and understand not to get scammed again?
Most black American women lacks the foresight, lacks the visibility.
But they're educated. They're the most educated.
No. St. James, go ahead, man.
Scamming is part of the culture here, man, America, man.
There you
So
go.
it's not gonna go away anytime soon,
Afidemus, let me just tell you one scam that happened in
what it
Cameroonian
is.
community, right? This Cameroonian guy, I don't know, Cameroonians are also involved in scamming, right?
Yeah,
This, are you familiar?
I heard the Cameroonians are scammers too. When they
But
get caught,
Afidemus,
they claim they are Nigerians, but they are
no,
scammers too.
are you familiar with this COVID-19 loan that the government was giving to small businesses and stuff?
Yeah, PPP law.
PPP, yup, PPP. This Cameroonian guy in Maryland went ahead and created her own business. Maybe within how many? I think that was like how many years? I think that was like three. I think when the COVID-19 started, and he went and said he lose over 20 employees. He went and claimed that he had over 50 employees in his business, right? And this guy is just doing like a little kind of, I mean, it was just a business that is probably running around, and I don't know what kind of business, but he was doing. But he claimed he had over 50 employees. The
So he
government
tried to
gave her over.
he tried to defraud the government of the
Exactly.
United States. How much
The
did they
government
give
gave
him?
the government gave her over 480,000 US dollars, to
And
pay because he said his employees are not getting paid. He has sent them home. Come on, man. This guy took 200 and something $1,000, put it down for a big mansion in Maryland. Former governor of Maryland mansion that he left. This guy went and put down payment and took
so
over that
she's a
mansion.
scammer too.
Exactly. Went ahead and bought expensive cars and created his own renting car a place where people come and rent cars. And man, the FBI has been on this lady ass for a long time, man. They finally caught up with her. Now, man, they gave her 20 years in jail. All the guys that he put down as his employees were also cut down, man, and they are now.
They're all
Was
Cameroonians
he
too, huh?
was he able to take some of that money home?
No, he did not. And this Amazonian guy, he did not even send the money back home, man, because he was also one of the guy that was talking about this Amazonian war. So him going home, if he's been sent
So
out to Canada.
Amazonians are scammers too, huh?
Oh, of course,
That's
man. We do, us from the English side of Cameroon. French people do not actually know about computer work the way English or
what?
Nigerians or French people. Yeah, French people are not so intelligent when it comes to computers. I'm telling you for a fact,
So,
because most of the software is in English, is run by English. So the English Cameroonians and Nigerians are more familiar with all this stuff, especially in most of this state. I'm telling you for a fact, man. So yeah, man, this girl is going down for 20. Even her husband too might be going down as well. Because he was an accomplice. So they might be going down, and they have 3
so
children.
then how do you say the Somali lady has scam on
No,
GoFundMe?
when I first started, I say Africans because I know a lot of Africans. It's not only Cameroonian or Nigerians. Africans, especially English Africans, are getting into the habit of scamming. Now, especially they are joining up with African Americans. I mean, it's now becoming a culture, man. Yeah.
So you think the African Americans, the blacks, are the ones that spread this scamming on the internet?
I don't think so. Before the blacks even started scamming, I think Africans, were already into some kind of scamming, because back in the days when I was growing up in Cameroon, we have always noticed some kind of people that were duping. We used to call it in Cameroon dupe. I don't know if it's a French word or something, to dupe somebody, right? You turn around and take advantage of that person and say, okay, give me 200,000. I'm going to make this huge and give you back so amount of money. So I think, so we already had that mindset of exploiting others. So I think the black Americans couldn't do it because the system works in America. Over in Africa, the system doesn't work. You can take advantage of somebody and go free. But in America, it's hard to go free. That's why, most of the time people don't want to carry that act, So
But Judy, when they go to Africa, man, they get to exercise the
exactly.
kind of freedom in Africa. though.
Exactly. Okay, Afidemus, there's another scam that happened. Did you know that in Ghana, a lot of American cars were caught in Ghana? They stole cars in America without the title and ship it to a Ghanaian, ship it to Ghana. You go to Ghana and see all these luxury cars in Ghana, but it was all stolen in America. So it's happening. It's not only
Oh, so the
it's,
Ghanaians are stealing, huh?
exactly. You go on YouTube. I mean, these cars that were hunt in America as lost, stolen cars. They went to Ghana and found out that
Are you
all the
sure?
stolen cars.
Wait, are you sure it's not the blacks taking it to Ghana since they've been showing up now? These stolen cars are showing up. Judah, are you there? Are you okay? Let's go to Zongo. Zongo, are you there? Zongo, are you there?
Yeah, Afdams, can you hear me?
Yes. Zongo, what do you want to add on to the topic? You came in late.
Well, greetings to you,
Why are
Afdams.
Ghanaians stealing cars in America, Zongo?
Greetings to you, Afdams. Greetings to the panelists,
Greetings.
and greetings to the chat.
Go straight to the topic, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of Ghanaians are stealing cars to Ghana?
According to Judah. But let's go to the topic here. What do you make of this Somali brick woman? You know, talking about she got hit with a brick. It turned out to be a hoax. You know, she made over $42,000 off of this. How is so easy to scam the blacks? Why do you think that is?
Oh, so being a hoax is the fact that she managed to generate $42 from $42,000.
42,000. Well, it's a lie. She did not get hit with a brick.
Oh, she wasn't hit with a break.
No.
Why did you see a swollen side of a swollen cheek on her
She
face?
got. They said they contact the clinic. Allergy.
Oh, it's an allergy.
Allergic reaction.
Damn.
She probably have some type of condition. And you know there are makeup things you can do. You can even inject saline in your face and then remove it later.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. She was a great actor.
Well, Mimi is confirmed. Mimi said, Afridamos, it's not the blacks. The Ghanaians are the ones stealing the cars. It happens in Gambia too. Man, you Africans need to stop stealing cars. we are talking about this Somali, brick lady. So yeah, Zongo, she could have used saline.
Damn. I thought that was yeah, but one thing about her behavior that I found very strange was the fact that she has picked the ratchet behavior of the black culture. And I was like, man, what
Yeah,
happened?
and they identified with her right away. Why do you think that is? You know, they supported her. Black women started making videos going at black men, calling them cowards, wishing death upon them. Whole lot of evil, evil things. But it turns out, it's a hoax.
I mean, like the black the black mainstream talking point is mainly to speak against black men, promote feminism, So
Right.
she kind of like was regurgitating the same talking point of black women. So it kind of makes sense for them to support her, right? So
Right.
it definitely makes sense. And I was watching one particular stream, even the lead attorney was saying he thought that even the incident took place in Africa. I'm like, damn man, the lead attorney.
What made it? I mean, if she, where she was and talking to those people, it could be like Africa, somewhere.
The video, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
didn't look like it was in the U.S. Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
goddamn U.S.
Yeah, it's probably a bunch of they're turning that place into little Africa already. So he might not be too far off. The video does look like it. A bunch
Yeah.
of you got crazy woman over there talking about she got hit with a brick. Look, maybe I just live in in a civilized area, in the white area where this type of incidents you don't see people getting hit with bricks. So it's too far fetched.
Yeah, it's named possible.
Zongo, what do you make of Judah said this video would have never been made in Utah? He thinks nothing. Do you think it would have been? He said this hoax would have never happened in Utah.
Is that what he thinks? Why does he think so?
Because Utah is He said Utah is free of blacks.
Oh, that's not true, man. Oh, really? They don't have small black community over there.
So
Utah,
Zongo,
Utah is not far away from Nebraska too, right?
eh,
I mean,
I know.
I think no, I've never been to Utah. Yet. I was to Iowa to Nebraska. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you think there's hope now that the blacks are seeing a lot of these hoaxes? Are they gonna wake up, or the blacks are just addicted to this? They want these lies to be true so bad. Do you think that's what's going on?
No, they're not gonna wake up. I don't think so. That is their identity. Now they love it. They like the victim mentality. Beating down the black man. The black man can't support them. This is the kind of talking point that they have now, and it kind of gives them strength. That's the attention they have, they crave. You
Yeah,
know, everywhere you go on social media, it's just a talking point. They love it. They love it. They love it. The white daddy talking point. Even it's just almost like, I mean, when some of them go to Ghana, there isn't much substantive conversation to have without just including the white people. You know, the their conversation is just surrounded between different racial group, primarily between the blacks and the majority, which is the white people, right?
yeah.
So
But
I
it's
don't.
funny how, because you would think there would be like this close unity, because they say the white supremacy is against blacks. Why are black women so quick to support anything against the black men? You know, because they supported this Somali scammer real quick.
Yeah, that's because I mean, it has a lot to do with just projecting this victim mentality that the men are not protecting you, a man has assaulted you, you know, it's always domestic violence from men towards women. So a lot of them have probably experienced that at some point in time in their life. So whenever they see an incident that kind of resonates to their own personal life, oh, it's possible, there's no way it's not going to happen, you know? And
Yeah,
men
that's crazy.
and men have to be bold enough to realize that not all men should be protecting women that are degenerates, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
well, a lot of the Sims like Willie D jumped in talking about black men are not, wishing death for, you're not protecting black women. Let me bring in CT real quick here
oh,
before
okay.
we. CT, welcome to the Afridamus report. It's been a minute.
What's going on, man?
Oh man, you look like you've been putting in some work.
I have. Today
Yeah.
was a live stream, and I saw that you were live, and I wanted to come over and broach the topic real quick.
Oh yeah. What do you make of how this Somali woman was able to scam the most educated group in America?
You know, just like I called it with Carly Russell, I called it with this Somalian mammy. I'm the Negro whisperer for a reason, Afrodamus. I
Yeah.
know a liar, a scammer when I see one. I knew that girl didn't get hit in the face with anything. I called it. I did a live stream about it.
Oh, so you called it right away and said it did not have. You know what? I wouldn't have seen it any other way from your part. But were there some mammies telling you, CT, you are being insensitive? You don't
No,
know.
not with the Somali. Well, Black American women don't really care about
But
African women.
they donated to her though.
They did, and they wasted their money. She was able to swindle a lot of people. But me knowing what I know, knowing that generally speaking, women who are Jezebels, who are out at night, women who are loud and obnoxious, are generally up to no good. They tend to be liars,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it in college, and I've seen it even after college. I mean, she's in school for a PhD in African studies. It lets me know everything I need to know about her, and even in her CV, it said Black feminist. Things of that magnitude. So this lady, she's already
Red
a nut.
flags.
Yeah,
Yeah,
red
she's
flags of being a nut case. Super liberal. So what
is she a lesbian?
Of course. She eats coochie on the daily. She's not married. She's a single mother. This woman has so many red flags
Oh man,
that she couldn't tell me.
is a baby by a Tyrone or a Somali?
I would be willing to bet that her baby is by a white man.
What?
Oh, wow.
So she's all over the place.
Yeah, typically
So this is a Somali mammy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Typically, when you have these black feminist women, they will cry racism, they will cry about oppression, but all the while they will sleep with a white man. And I don't, hey, sleep with who you want to sleep with, but you can't lie to me. You can't convince me of your own hypocrisy. And clearly, we are seeing it with this lady and so many other women, even with that Carly Russell girl. I did a live stream the day that it was happening, and I said, this girl is lying. And these are the red flags here. You ain't about to kidnap no 190-pound black mammy that damn easy. That ain't happening. So the thing is that even with this Somalian female, I saw her videos. Again, she's loud, she's obnoxious, she's rude. And I just knew that she probably got punched in the face by a girl, or it's a complete hoax.
It turns out it's an allergic reaction.
Right? And so what
she did it in 2022.
Yeah, I saw the video in 2020. Yeah, and so what I'm seeing now is that in society you could blame men for pretty much anything. White men, black men. As a woman, you could literally just point at a man and say he did this, and that's the situation that we're in today. Also. And I didn't want to bring this factor in. You're also dealing with someone who is from pretty much hell on earth, from a very uncivilized country.
Wait, so you're agreeing with Judah?
I didn't hear what Judah said.
Judah is also saying it's uncivilized.
Yeah, so Somalia is an uncivilized country. The people are generally the people are uncivilized. So they're going to do uncivilized things even in the white man's country. And so we have to stop this, we have to stop this before it manifests and festers over. But yeah, I knew it was a hoax from day one. And that's all I have to say.
But the Somalis are not claiming her. They're like, no, don't bring it over here. Why do you think that is?
Well, when God forbid, I just thank God that we don't share a border with Somalia. But you got to remember, these people. You got to remember, man. These people are still living like it's the Stone Age for the most part. Have you seen Mogadishu? Have you seen the country? You're allowing people who are primitive to a degree to matriculate into a civilized nation state, which is America. So you're going to see a lot more of this. The more foreigners we get, Mexicans, a lot of different types of Africans, a lot of different types of Southeast Asians. You're allowing too many primitive people to come into this country. Yeah, to be honest, this is honest to God, true.
But chaotic. Go
ahead.
She was, from the way she speaks, it seems clearly she was raised over here. Her behavior kind of seems like the typical ratchet black culture in the U.S., right?
No, I see where you're going with that. Trust me, I do. But regardless of how ghetto Black Americans are, it is nothing on the level of what happens in Africa. We know that.
Oh my God!
No, but but let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's give Black Americans some credit here. Black Americans have.
You don't think her behavior was from hood?
No.
She's displaying a hood behavior.
No. She may.
You think it's Somali behavior?
She may sound like a Shaniqua, her voice, but her behavior, her action is from primitive people. The Somalians are primitive compared to the Black Americans. Look at Somalia. That's all. That's your big reference point right there.
Mogadishu is being built. They got skyscrapers now.
A 7-story building is not a skyscraper, Afrodamas. What I want to say is this: people can say all they want to say about the African. People can say all they want to say about the African American, but the African American has committed no genocides. The African American
abortions are not genocide.
No. compared to what has happened in Africa, you
No,
could
but why? How you bringing the whole of Africa into this?
you have
She's,
to.
she's from Somalia.
You okay? Let's just use okay.
She's from
Okay,
Somalia.
let's just use,
How are you gonna bring the whole of Africa into this?
Let's just use Somalia.
They don't have.
Let's stick to scamming.
Let's just use.
Can we
Somalia.
stick to scamming? Can you compare to scamming?
Hold on for a second, Afrodamus. Let me because let me say something real quick. Regardless of whether I'm using the entire continent or just one country, I will always be right. People are not moving to Somalia. People are moving to
But what
America.
I'm saying, you don't think her behavior is American black behavior?
It doesn't matter if she's.
But that's you can't really call that a Somali behavior, though, right?
Yes, you can. American black behavior is nothing on the scale of the carnage that has taken place on that continent.
No, Kerrick, we're talking about individuals. You're talking about wars.
No,
you're talking about. You cannot compare a whole country. No, what I'm saying. This woman, right, lying about this, right? What does this have to do with, let's say, the genocide in Rwanda?
Afrodamus.
Yeah, what does that have to do with genocide in Rwanda?
The Somalis typically are primitive people. Just look at their country. Look at everything. Look at their economy. Look at their institutions, sir.
Okay, Kerrick, let's say I agree, right? Let's say I agree with you, right? Okay, let's say I agree with you, but this woman was either born and raised. She's raised in America. We know that for a fact, right? Okay, I get that Somalis are shooting at each other, but do we see Somalis generally behave this way, though?
Sir, look at all you got to do is just look at their country.
No, what I'm saying, in America, do we see that them generally?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many Somalis.
They generally don't. They generally don't.
It wouldn't be fair, right? Can I speak? Can I speak for a second? It wouldn't be fair, right, to compare the Somalis that live in America and the ones that live in Africa. If you want to compare them to Americans living in America, you have to compare the ones that live in America. You cannot take the Somali back to on their homeland to compare it to Black Americans. Not possible. That's why Afrodamus keep asking you, why are you making this thing general? You say they're primitive. They're not primitive people, sir. They're not. Well, they have a great civilization. No, listen, you may not like it. You may not like it, but they have a great civilization. They have accomplished a lot for themselves. If you want to compare that to Black American and say they haven't done enough, that could be a good argument for you to have. But to say they have nothing compared to a Black Americans, are you kidding me, sir? So scamming, basically, we said when I came on the show, we said these behavior were learned in America. The way she speak, no African speak that way. The way she's able to get around the system to scam these people, Africans have not done that for themselves. They have learned this behavior, and you still deny it. Compared to scamming in America, Africans scamming in America, and Black people in the West scamming in our own continent of Africa. Compare the scamming. You will see that for yourself. Black Americans enjoy someone who can scam them, and they will double down on that guy. I gave you
examples. Dr. Umar.
Jay Morrison.
Yeah, because this woman, even though she's Somali, but that's why I'm shocked. It's not like a Somali thing, generally.
Afrodamus, how many Black Americans have sold drugs to their own people, to their own community, but they are celebrated in America in the Black community? They have killed millions of people. And you talking about they don't commit genocide? Are you crazy? Back in the 60s, who was selling drugs to the Black community? Who killed their own people? Not whites, themselves. And you want to compare that to us? Come on, man. We can read the news. We can read the information just like you, CT. Don't play that game here.
Well,
all these black billionaires, most of them, haven't they sold drugs? Haven't they killed their own people? Come on, man.
Well, you can say what you want to say, Saint James, but
If I'm wrong, say it. If I'm wrong, you say it. If I'm not, let's move on.
Wrong. You're completely wrong. People aren't rushing to move to Somalia. People aren't rushing.
How many people Jay-Z killed though? How many people Jay-Z killed?
You don't know who Jay-Z killed, sir. Jay-Z.
Well, we know. He said himself he was selling that white girl.
Give me the lyric. What
How
song?
you call that lyrics?
What album?
How you call that lyrics? Oh,
wait a minute.
And no nigga, and no nigga, and no nigga, and no nigga.
Did he not just say that?
I gave you the lyrics. I gave you the
nigga.
title.
That doesn't say anything about selling drugs. Ain't no nigga. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but he was a drug dealer though.
He was a drug dealer.
He did say it himself.
Haven't you heard Jay-Z say?
Huh?
Give me the lyric.
No, you've never heard his interview talking about selling dope.
Give me the name of the interview.
Okay, hold on.
Find it.
Hold on.
Don't even do that, man. Do this. Are you delusional, sir? Are you crazy?
Show the video. Wait a minute, sir.
So, are you disputing?
Wait a minute. You said
he always says that.
You said that Jay-Z sold drugs. Where's the video?
Absolutely, he said that.
Where's the video?
I don't need to be doing that. Anybody can check. It's on YouTube.
Afrodamus the link to the video.
I don't do links to videos because I know that's true.
So you're just talking. Hey, there's a dinosaur outside. Okay,
I don't have to convince. Listen, I don't have to convince you. All I gotta do is tell people to listen to it.
Send the link.
No, it's all over the place. Everybody knows it.
This man does not say that Jay-Z sold drugs. Send the link.
If anybody that haven't heard Jay-Z said he sold drugs,
okay,
maybe he's not into listening to rap. Maybe.
Where's the
if you're in America, even the black American on this chat, listen, talk to the sir. Listen to the black American on the chat. Ask the black, listen, that's their culture. Ask the black Americans if Jay-Z never said that.
Afrodamus is about to play a video, sir. Hold on, let Afrodamus say it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I want to hear
it. You still think you'd be a drug dealer?
That shit was fun.
Was it?
Yeah. It's a adrenaline rush. Ask anybody who's ever been really in the middle of the game. It's an adrenaline rush that it's addictive. That's why people. It's a very dangerous field.
Yeah.
Job occupation, but the rush that you get, because it's final. It's final. You could be sitting up in the plug's house and the whole thing get raided, and they're not going to jail. They're tough. They're not going to jail.
All right. So I've played enough. So
thank you. Just play
so he was a drug dealer. Kelly, what you did not?
What's wrong, Afrodamus?
Wait,
who's right? What's wrong, Afrodamus?
You really didn't know that he was a drug dealer?
Hey, when I think of drug dealers, I think of the kingpin. I don't think of street level people. That's just me.
No, but
anybody can sell weed bags.
Wait.
Anybody can sell weed bags. That's not a
No. Kelly, are you telling me if you're found with bag? So are you telling me, Kelly? I've worked in prison. I've seen those people. Not all of them are kingpins. Okay.
I'm telling you that I did not know that Jay-Z sold drugs, but what I'll keep saying.
Did you listen to his lyrics?
He was not a kingpin, so I don't consider him a drug dealer.
Do you know that Somalia used to be called the Switzerland of Africa before war destroyed it?
How come nobody's living there now? How come nobody wants
to live? No, but what I'm saying, but there's I'm just saying history which prove facts. Up until not that long ago, their war has only been 30 years. But before that 30 years, they were known as the Switzerland of Africa. They had everything going good for them. So can one judge and say, are you going to say, okay, they are primitive because they only had war for 30 years? But before that 30 years, they were progressive. They had a long history.
No,
we can show this on the internet too.
They didn't, sir.
Yes, they did.
Name me before the war. Name me a bridge or name me a dam. Name me something.
Okay. So
something that they built at a large scale.
chaotic. I cannot name a bridge in Singapore. Does that mean Singapore is not?
You can look it up.
Again, what I just said, you can literally look up Somalia's history.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look
it up.
Built before.
Can you click off and come back, man, when you get some knowledge about Black Americans? Because actually, you don't know anything about Black Americans. I was scared that you don't know Jay-Z sold drugs, bro.
Sir,
so they're gonna take your black card from you. Alpha Diamonds, take his black card from him, man.
I'm very aware.
They had the Great Somali Dam too, just so you know.
Who built it?
Al-Hafizi.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. The Great Somali Dam. Right?
Oh no, you want to look that up? look up Somalia being African. It's called the Jarrell Bridge. Sorry, they just corrected me. They built the Jarrell.
I don't see any pictures, sir.
But I want to ask you a quick question though.
Yeah.
Even for me, I've traveled. I met Somalis outside. And Somalis that I met, most of them, they are law-abiding citizens.
Right.
Practicing Muslims, very modest people, right?
Right.
But when I came to the States and I meet a few Somalis, it was quite different. Even though they have the Islamic belief within them, it was a little different compared to the ones that I met outside.
What do you mean? You mean like in Europe?
No, I mean in Cyprus compared to the U.S., right? The ones that I met over here, I don't mean I've met all Somalis extensively in the U.S., but a few of them that I met, primarily that come from Kansas City, in Missouri, they have a lot of Black culture.
Yeah, they learn Black culture. They live amongst the Blacks.
They're like gang banging.
What is Black culture?
Like gang banging.
So you mean to tell me 40 fucking million Black people in America are fucking gang bangers? That's what you're talking about.
Well, they all don't have to. It's gang culture. No, but it is what is promoted.
That is not Black culture.
But it is. It is.
That is not 40 million Black people. Do you realize that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life?
Look, you just compared an entire continent to 40 million people.
40 million Black people are gangbangers?
Yeah, but it's a culture. It's promoted.
Culture, bro.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You guys don't know.
The gang culture is a thing in America.
Hold on.
This.
Aphrodite,
hold on.
You mean to tell me all of the Black sororities, fraternities? You mean to tell me all of the
culture, not all of them?
You mean to tell me all of the Black engineering associations, all the Black medical associations that have all tens of thousands of Black people in it? That's gang culture. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You don't know what you don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
If African American culture is all gang culture, then all Black
it is. No, it is gang culture. It is gang culture.
Yeah, job title and culture are two different things. You're telling me engineering is
Black culture.
Engineering is not a culture. That's just your title. It's your job.
Most Black people are not these stereotypical gangbangers that you foreigners see.
No, but here's the thing,
40 million people.
Chaotic, you're the one making your own argument and answering it. Obviously, not everyone is gonna be part of that culture, but gang culture is a Black American culture that is promoted. It is. Chaotic, I've been living in this country over 20 years. I've been living here. We know this.
Most Black people are in gangs, Aphrodite.
Okay, no, nobody is saying they are. Nobody is saying, but most of it is what is. Hold on, it is what is promoted. It is a culture. It is. They have the gangster rap culture. They have the drill. Yeah, they do. They don't have gangster rap culture in America.
Sir, are you telling me that 40 million Black people are part of
culture? But you just compared over a billion Africans to
that, right?
Yeah.
So let me just give a statement. Like the 40 million of Black that you talk in America, like a good chunk of that I can say 95% of that group enjoy the gang culture music.
Yes.
95%. 95%.
Yes.
So you mean to tell me blacks in their 60s, 70s, and
Tell
80s.
me a black person in America who doesn't like Tupac. Tell me a black person who doesn't like Tupac in America.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck you don't hear from me, man? You don't try to listen.
Is part of the culture big time.
You don't want to listen?
Sir,
are you fucking idiot or what? What's going on with you?
Let me tell you something to say, James, because I know a lot of times when I come over here, you guys don't let me talk. Rap is not fucking black culture, sir. That is not.
They always say that's their
culture, man. No, it is not.
That's what.
What is it?
Oh my goodness.
St. James, hold on. Let me respond first, right?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Chaotic. See, a lot of the times when we come to this platform,
what country are you from, Zongo?
I'm from Ghana. So a lot of the times when we come to this platform, we see a lot of black people on this platform, and they see their culture is one of the most celebrated culture across the globe.
And I disagree with that too when black Americans say that.
I mean,
primarily you ain't American, bro. Shut the fuck up, man.
So say, James, you're telling me to shut the fuck up. Why?
Chaotic.
Because you're not American. You're not black American.
I'm an American, sir.
You can't.
I'm an American.
Listen. I don't want to argue. I don't want to.
St. James,
so
you are not an American.
Good for you.
I'm an American.
I am American too.
I am superior.
I am American too.
No, you're not. You're not an American like I'm an American.
I am superior to your daddy.
No, you're not superior.
I am superior to your daddy.
Natural
no,
born
we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
Listen.
I'm a natural born American.
I'm gonna put my video right.
I don't care about a video.
I'm gonna put my finger in your face.
I don't care about a video. Cam up and show me that you're in America. Are you in America right now? Are you in America right now?
Listen, CT, let me tell you something.
Are you in America
man.
right now?
I don't listen.
Are you in America right now? Are you in America right now?
If I see you right,
are you in America right now?
Who cares? I'm able to do both.
Are you in America right now?
I'm living over here.
Are you in America?
In my country right now.
What city are you in right now, sir?
Who are you to ask me that question? You are below me, sir.
What city are you in right now, sir?
You are below me.
No,
you
I'm
are below me.
I am not below you. Every American is above you.
I answer to Alpha Damas.
Every American is above you.
Let's stick to the topic, right?
I answer to Alpha Damas.
So I was
when I come to your channel, you ask the questions.
So I was saying that a lot of the times when we come to this platform, they say their culture is one of the most celebrated culture among the black race in the globe, right? And when you ask them that question, like what culture are they referring to? It's mostly hip hop. Like there's nothing. I mean,
absolutely.
The gang
I can't
culture.
believe that, Zongo. You seem to be intelligent. Are you telling me, sir, that culture is music? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, music is part of the culture, though.
Culture is institution building. Culture. Oh my God, let me calm down.
Music is part of the culture.
Culture is economy. Culture is not fucking Tupac. You got to get off of that. Zongo, I don't know how old you are, man. You might be in your 20s, but the whole misconception about culture is music and food. That is not culture. Black Americans are very much a part of the American paradigm, just like the Irish, just like the Italians, just like anybody else in America were. Black Americans, sir, have contributed to some of the greatest things in America in terms of institution building, sir. It's not based on Tupac. That's not culture.
Celtic, nobody's saying they didn't contribute, but the fact is, okay, Celtic, tell us what is black culture? Because there's difference between black culture and white culture. Tell us, the foreigners, what is black culture? Since we think it's hip hop, tell us if it's not hip hop and dancing and bouncing ball. Tell us what it is then for the blacks.
Let's just use the Black Greek organizations. Let's use the divine.
You notice you say Black Greek. You notice you use the word Greek. Greek, right?
Greek.
You notice you said Greek. Black and Greek do not go chaotic. That's not a culture, sir. You're talking about sorority. That's not a culture. It's like going, but you went. It's like going to school and you're joining a group called Black Greek.
That is not a culture.
When you come
okay, I'll let you go. Sorry.
I'll let you talk freely all the time. Can I talk?
That's why the Nigerians they can't be black
please?
Americans. We can't allow that to happen.
I'm not
St. James, let him talk. Sorry, St.
Very
James.
delusional.
St. James, let him talk. Hold on, let him talk. Hold on, go
Very
ahead.
delusional.
You're a dirty Burkinabe, sir.
Oh,
Stop.
hold on, go ahead.
Your country's
Stinking
shithole,
Nigerian.
sir.
Hold on, sorry,
You're a
sorry,
dirty
guys.
Burkinabe.
You are stinking Nigerian.
Hold on, guys.
Sir.
Oh God.
You're landlocked in Africa. Hold on, Afrodamus.
Your mother's landlocked though.
Oh God, guys.
Okay, Afrodamus.
Guys.
That was pretty funny.
Jesus Christ. What did I walk into?
Let's just use the Black Greek organizations. Let's use Alpha Phi Alpha, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Delta Sigma Theta, Omega Psi Phi, Kappa Alpha Psi. The list goes on. These organizations, sir, have literally developed some of the greatest human beings ever. First of all, look at the tree from these people. They've produced Supreme Court judges. Thurgood Marshall was an alpha.
That is not a culture. That is a profession. That you say Black Greek. That is being a part of an organization. Blacks in America do not even recognize what you are saying. Moment you
Blacks
Greek,
in America don't recognize.
Hold on, Chaotic. The moment, Chaotic.
You know about niggers don't recognize it. Niggers don't recognize it. Black people recognize it.
But niggers is who the culture is designed by niggers. Let's just be real.
Okay.
Niggers bring in more money than anybody else.
There's this big misconception here. Okay, the fact of the matter is that.
Sorry, I had a delay, but go ahead.
The fact of the matter is that we gotta get off of this. Black American culture is rap. It's not. Black people are some of the most Black Americans are some of the most diverse people on the planet. You're talking about people from all types of backgrounds, all types of class backgrounds, all types of professions. What are y'all talking about when you say?
But what is their culture?
Sir, you mean to tell me education is not an aspect of culture? Institution building is not an aspect of culture? Contributing to the economy is not an aspect of culture? What are you talking about?
What curriculum did blacks create that people learn from?
No, Afrodamus, hold on. Hold on. All this element from the fabric of the culture, right? But a lot of the times what we do experience is that most of these black people that go to like the colleges or part of the sororities and this organization like the National Black Association of Engineers in the U.S., when they go back to the communities and they speak, a national they speak American, they say that is they speak white. They don't speak like a black
person. Yeah,
within their community. I mean, something that we experience, we see on the media all the time is something that I've personally experienced that among black people too.
You have a cartoon view of black.
Chaotic. The moment you said black and Greek don't go.
Okay, how about this then? Most white people. Hold on for a second. Most white people aren't WASP. You know that, Afrodamus. Most white people are just rural country bumpkins. Do we identify all whites as just being country and Bamas and trailer? No, we don't.
Most white people are not country where I'm from here.
Sir, you live in a big city, man. Most of America is rural. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but again,
most Americans are living in big cities. Stop.
Okay, but Chaotic, black culture in America. What is even the blacks? When you talk to the blacks, they will let you know what their culture is. They name you hip hop, rap, basketball. This is what their culture is. You hold on. When you say Black Greek, the moment you use Greek, that just disqualifies. You can't call that a culture.
But Chaotic, I would want to agree with you. But most of the black people that I met wouldn't agree with your statement. I would want to agree.
You're around niggers. You're not around black. Yes, you're around niggers, man. I'm telling you, there is a subset of blacks called niggers. And what happens is, and what I believe is that there is some big conspiracy to put the nigger in front of the media to the point where that's the only image of darker skinned people. Most black people, I don't even know they'd even act like that.
Well, this is America. And whichever group that's putting those people for us to see and understand as part
You
of
don't
their
live in
culture,
America,
that's their
man.
fault.
Stop thinking
Listen,
that.
bro, I live in
Hey,
America,
James, you
sir.
don't live in America. I can hear you.
I
I can hear.
do.
Okay, what state? What state are you in
I
right
live
now?
in Colorado,
You're a liar.
the Mile High
You're
State.
lying. You're lying.
Yes,
The fact
Chaotic,
that you
he does
said
live there.
no, he doesn't. He's
Chaotic.
lying.
Hold on, let me read this
He's
super
lying.
chat, guys. Hold on, let me read. Jama, thank you for the super chat. He said, chaotic tethering, onto the white man. White people built and made America chaotic, not blacks. Thank you for the super chat. Chukwu, let's see. Chukwu for the super chat. He says, CT, why do blacks call you a tether or tap dancer? Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
And Chuku, by the way, is half black and half Nigerian. You know.
Alpha when you first got to the state, man, how did the black differentiate themselves from you?
They are black. I'm African.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Through what? You see the behavior, the way they behave, and the way we behave.
Yeah, it's different. Different culture, different food. The blacks, the blacks have the Chaotic, what is a famous black food? Besides the chicken and waffle and fried chicken, which is Irish, by the way.
What's wrong with chicken waffles and fried chicken? What's wrong with that?
That's Irish food. That's not blacks.
Okay,
the blacks.
Okay, pasta is okay. Whoa, stop. Pasta is not native to Italy. They got that from the Chinese. That's okay.
We don't know that.
We always
a different kind of pasta, though.
What about pizza? What about pizza?
Some of those, okay, a lot of foods come from different places, and certain.
St. James,
let him lie.
Why is it lying? Why is it lying?
All I'm saying.
Let him talk.
All I'm saying is that so what if Black Americans love chicken and Kool-Aid and macaroni and so what?
No, we didn't say that. No problem. They can love it, but that's not. It's not their. So they copied the white people, the Irish. That's Irish food.
The Italians copied other groups of people too.
No, that's Irish food.
I said the Italians.
Who did the Italians copy?
The Italians got pasta from Asia. What are you?
No. What proof do you have to this? No. Chaotic. Their pastas are not even the same. They don't use the same kind.
They got pasta from Asia, man.
No, they didn't copy. Look, the Chinese did not bring this.
You can look it up yourself, man.
Okay, I'll look it up. Let me read this. Thank you for the super chat. Supergirl said, culture, the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. Thank you for that definition.
Yes. Can you have CT answer the first part, the custom and the art?
So the hip hop qualifies on the art.
Yeah.
Sir, you don't even want to get into the art, sir. What are you talking about? African Americans.
That was a question for
African
T.
Sir,
that's for you. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you talk.
You asked me. I'm trying to ask the question. Answer your question. You can't even compete with the art, sir, when it comes to African Americans, because you already know African Americans are going to win in every damn decade. And not to mention, some of the golden age of art was in the Harlem Renaissance, sir. There are no Africans right now or back in the day that could ever compete with a Duke Ellington or Miles
Have
Davis.
you traveled to Harlem lately?
What are you talking, sir? Listen, stop. All you have to do is just look at record sales.
Wait, just because you see it on TV in America, does it? People don't know who Duke Ellington is in that part of the world, but there are people popular there, bro.
Sir, you and I both know that African American art is curb stomping African
it's not.
art. It's not
true. Not true. Go to Europe, sir.
Sir, okay. All right, man.
Chaotic, just because you don't know. Chaotic, have you? No, what I'm saying, you should travel. What I'm saying,
you guys.
No, Chaotic, you should travel. Go to Europe. Go to Africa, Asia. Then you will know. Then you will know.
Sir, you don't know where I've gone or not gone. When it comes to art,
as African American,
the African American has a bigger footprint
than heart stolen. Did they ever have their heart stolen by anybody?
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
What is Harlem Renaissance? Like the way you're talking about? Like what I'm asking you, have you traveled to Harlem lately?
Bro, you're fighting the good fight, man. But the fact that you've moved to the Western Hemisphere proves that Africa ain't shit. Stop.
I mean,
Stop
to your
it,
head,
CJ.
in your head,
Stop,
right?
bro, listen.
CT,
Stop.
listen.
It doesn't matter African-American or not.
Can
Just
I
like
talk?
you
CT, in
move
your
away
head,
from your
right?
homeland tells me
No.
everything in the world.
CT,
You
listen.
move to
guys.
Africa and shithole,
Listen,
sir. Stop it.
CT,
Stop, man.
listen.
Stop.
Alpha Dama,
You're
let me
right
answer
there
that. Listen,
right now. Stop it, bro.
Alpha Dama, let me
Stop.
answer to that, right?
wanna
No,
stick to
let me
the
answer
topic.
that, man.
Let's
You
stick to the
right,
topic.
No,
Let's stick to the topic.
I'm listen. Listen to you, right? I know it hurts, right? The
No, it
African.
doesn't hurt. Nigga,
and
no.
I mean, it's like, yo, whatever you put
Stop.
Africa, right?
You
I'm
moved to
fine with it.
Colorado. You moved to the whitest
listen.
state in America, dude. You proving the point that your country ain't shit. Stop
And
it.
I'm right here, right now. I'm here right now.
It's not shit, and you proved it by the fact that
Listen,
you moved your
listen.
black monkey ass to Colorado.
Listen. Okay, yeah, I agree with you, right?
You already
But as we
proved,
speak,
me or not,
as we speak, right? CT, as we speak, right? Can you let me finish? As we speak, I'm right here in my country.
No, you're not. You just lied. Okay, now you're lying. You said you were in Colorado. You're lying now.
No, I live in Colorado, but I'm vacationing in my own town right now.
Do you live in the United States, sir? Did you leave Burkina Faso?
I live in both countries.
Did you leave Burkina Faso?
I answered that question to you.
Okay,
I
so
live in
left.
both countries.
You're in Colorado. You're around white people, sir.
I live in both countries because
No,
I'm
you live in America. You said you
listen,
just vacationed in Burkina Faso.
No, listen, CT. Some of us, right? Some of us African, right? We are going to be able to do it. Some of us are not going to be able to do it. But I know you are the part who are not going to be able to do it because Nigeria is too tight for you. You can't move back to Nigeria. Listen, CT. You don't have that kind of money to move back to Nigeria to enjoy that kind of lifestyle you would desire.
How do you know
that's why that's why, right? You created a fallacy in your head for you to pick America. Listen, I know the Nigerians that I know that live in my country.
Cam up right now. That lets me know how much money you have.
CT, if you move to my country, right?
Have you ever seen St. James before?
No. CT.
Have you ever seen St. James?
Listen.
Yeah, he was on camera before.
How many times?
On camera, yeah.
How many times?
He's been on several times.
Okay,
several times.
Where's he cammed up from?
From my home,
Colorado, and also in
home.
And he did it in Burkina Faso. A few streams ago, he did come up. He was at a party in Burkina. They were kicking it.
And I got it like that, CT. And I got it like that. You know, I didn't run. I can always come back to where I started from because I still have something. So for you, right? I know you can't go back to Nigeria because you ain't got it like that. So you have to create some sort of fallacy so you can down Africans. I get it. I get that. I have so many dudes in America who talk like that. But let me tell you something. Let me continue. The Nigerians that live in my country, the one that I hang out with, CT, if you move to my country, you can't even hang out with them because you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta stay in America, lie about, you want to side with black Americans so you can hide your African part. That's why you have to pick black Americans so they don't have to check what you guys have in Nigeria because you come from nothing. That's why you have to hide behind black Americans. So I get it. I don't have to do that because I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of where I come from, regardless of what you say. It's okay because I didn't come from nothing. Just like you, and like you.
Let me get this straight.
That's the difference between the two of us.
So let me get this straight. I'm hiding amongst the African Americans who are the superior blacks because I'm ashamed to be Nigerian.
No, you see, when you talk highly of black American, right?
Because Nigeria is such
when
a great
you talk
country.
highly of black American to down black Africans, right? Then these black American ain't gonna ask you no question about where you come from, who are your people, because I want to make it clear. Why are you so ashamed of your Nigerian lineage? Why are you afraid? Why you
never said that? Never.
No, you don't speak highly of your people. Why?
St. James, for the last time, you jungle monkey, I'm a proud American. I'm a proud American. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you chimpanzees that. It's not about black. It's not about white. I'm just an American, sir. I'm superior. I'm an American. And if you are American, you're superior. It's not about I'm not proud of Nigeria. It's not about I'm not proud of any other country. It's just that I am American. I'm superior.
Listen, Talking about Nigerian doesn't make you talking about Nigerians, right?
You're missing the point. Let me go on mute.
Doesn't why you don't want to talk about Nigeria though?
Sir, why would I want to talk about a shithole? Every country in Africa is a shithole, sir. I am an American. I'm an American supremacist. I only care about America. I don't care about Nigeria. I don't care about South Africa. I don't care about Ghana. I don't care about Congo. I don't care. I care about this country, America.
American. You are American.
I am an American. It's not about a black American, a white American. I'm an American.
A Nigerian American.
I'm not. No, stop.
So are the blacks the superior? Blacks are the superior blacks.
Hold on. I thought that was the. I say you're a Nigerian American. Do you have an issue with that statement?
Yes, I am an American.
But Afrodamus, do you know how easy it is to be an American though?
Yeah, it's very easy.
It's very easy, my dude. Why you acting like this is this is reserved for the top notch? Come on, man. Anybody can walk out of Mexico and become a fucking American 3 years later, bro. And you're supposed to be proud of that, dude.
Do you have some monkey to eat or something? Jesus Christ.
No. I ate some goat meat today. Goat meat.
Goat meat is good.
Yeah, well, I will admit it is a little bit good.
Okay, that's why.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm an American.
Chaotic.
Zongo.
Chaotic. Hold on. Regardless whether you don't identify that culture as part of black culture, it's still part of black culture, right? I mean, every group have their, like you said, like their middle class, the lower class. No, I get what you're saying, right? The part of the culture that is widely promoted doesn't represent the general identity of the African American culture in America, right? I get it, but it's still a section of the culture. That's what I mean to say. The fact that you see a lot of them coming on this platform, being prideful of that culture, shows that they believe that is part of their culture. And then you did speak about the Harlem Renaissance. What is the Harlem Renaissance really all about? It's about the Black American arts. It includes the
There's just a bunch of Negroes that moved from the South, and they were coloring, dancing, and that's what it was.
I would love for you. Okay. I would love for the three of you to go to Harlem and say that out loud.
Of course, it's gonna piss Negroes off because it's true. See, Kennedy himself is laughing hard because he knows it's so true. He knows.
No, but they moved up from the South. That's agreed. But you have to. You can't discredit the
Well, some of them were drawing, painting. Some of them were dancing. Have you been to Harlem lately? White people are out there jogging. The Senegalese got restaurants. The Africans are taking over. The Africans are selling bootleg, like everything, T-shirts, DVDs, DVDs are still in style in Harlem.
But I think it also includes the theater arts too, right? Chaotic.
Do you remember that 2 for $5 off of Damas?
Yeah.
That 2 for $5 CDs and DVDs.
Yeah, 2 for $5. That's right.
All I can say is this. That girl would never take up for no West Africans, and that's all I'm saying. Man. I don't like
see, Chaotic, now you're talking. I was gonna ask you that. Do you think she would take up for West African?
No, and that's what I really don't like. I don't like those people. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though I got Somalis who watch my channel, but I don't like those people at all, to be honest with you. I don't.
Oh, you mean like if that
so
was?
Why you tearing down their people? Why you tearing down their people, man?
St. James, I'm sorry. Do you have an affinity for Somalians or something?
They're my people too, bro.
Do you think
they're not on the panel? They are not on the panel.
Do you think that Somalis view themselves as Bantus or people like you?
I'm sorry?
Do Somalis view themselves as Bantu like you?
Why do I care about that?
Yeah, It doesn't really make. I mean,
Yeah. St. James, I have racial pride. And I can tell you, I went to school with a
Okay,
lot of
mine
Somalis.
is too higher than yours, though.
Give me a second, sir.
Mine is higher than yours, though.
Sir, I went to school with a lot of Somalis and a lot of Eritreans, and I'm telling you, they do not view themselves as your brother or sister, sir. I'm telling you, I've been around those people. They do not do that. That's my problem.
Okay, I have been around the one that feels
are
like
you eating what? Are you eating watermelon?
Someone is asking in the chat.
What's wrong with watermelon? See, why is that? Hold on a second. This is a Clementine, but see, that's what I'm saying. Why is that such a joke that the African Americans eat watermelon? So what?
Well, nobody said the blacks are.
Why is this such a joke?
Nobody said the blacks are eating. I'm just. They're just asking if you're eating watermelon, even though they saw orange. I don't know why that looked like watermelon to them.
It's a Clementine.
So you want to be Black American so bad? You want to be Black American so bad?
No, I don't think chaotic. I don't think chaotic want to be Black American. I mean, come on. If it's someone like me who wasn't born and raised yet, I mean, there's nothing inspiring about some part of the culture that you want to be part of.
So
right?
Listen. I am just an American, to be honest with you. I love this country. I've benefited off this country. I am, according to St. James, I'm poor, but I'm very well-to-do in this country. I came from a well-to-do family. And I will continue to be well-to-do because this is America. I could lose all my money tomorrow, and I'm telling you, within a month, I could be back on my feet. That's the beauty of America. You can't do that in a lot of places on the planet, and that's why
you were born in America, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Have you been back to Nigeria?
I have not. No, sir.
Have you been back to Nigeria?
No.
So that's why you talk like that.
Okay.
So you were a refugee, right?
Oh my goodness!
You come from refugee.
I'm not a refugee, sir. No, I'm not a refugee.
Is your father a refugee?
No, they are illegal Americans.
So, Zongo, they said, Zongo, you're standing outside the club hating. Zongo, they said you are hating from outside the club. So chaotic. Someone said, wasn't chaotic just calling people monkeys and they said, I don't know why they're asking.
I called St. James a jungle monkey. Sorry about that, St. James.
What's what?
Go ahead.
You making me happy, man. What you said?
No, I just said I called you a jungle monkey. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry about that. Hey guys,
guys, let's do our closings here. It's almost 3 hours, man. Any last statement? Who wanna go first?
Well, I gotta roll up out of here. Thank you. Guys.
Okay, go ahead, Chaotic. Last closing. Be nice to Africans, Chaotic.
Oh no.
Say something nice about Somalia too.
Well, I'll say something nice about St. James and Colorado. I'm very happy for Deion Sanders. The Colorado Buffs smacked the shit out of Nebraska yesterday. I don't know if you saw the game. Afrodamus, beautiful game. And I don't know if you watch college football at St. James, but check out the Buffs, man. Yeah.
I saw a little bit. I saw a little bit when I was at the gym.
Yeah. Smack. All right, guys. Have a good
All right. Hey, thanks for coming, Chaotic. that went left. But closing statement. Okay, Zongo, closing. Go ahead, Zongo.
Hey, man. I'll say all these African Negroes in the U.S. They gotta be careful, because where they stay, they might be picking some of this ratchet hood culture, man.
Yeah,
and that might have a significant impact on your kids. So hey, just make sure you raise your kids very well. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Zongo. St. James, closing. St. James, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh man, you cut the show short, man.
Oh man, I know it's almost 3 hours, man. I got some stuff to take care of.
Man, I like that CT brother, man. What is that?
Oh, he gave his last statements. CT, he brings the heat.
Go back to Nigeria, man. He's been in America so long, man. You need to take a trip back to Nigeria. I mean, like we said, travel will broaden your scope. I know he's looking at Africa through the lens of America, and I hope one day he travels to see his home country, maybe you will fall in love with it one more time. I don't know. You know, so we got to keep pushing, you know, for them Africans to visit. Like that lady, right? If you, like I said, the way she talks, right?
Yeah.
You know, she was brought up in the West. She was brought up in America, you know. And
Yeah.
all these habits that we're talking about, these are not Africans. We know it. If this is Africans, we will say this is Africans. You know,
Yeah, she's
I'm not
definitely
ashamed of.
She's definitely not acting like Somalis usually would.
Absolutely. I know many Somalians. That's not their women don't move like that. No. So we have a if we have someone who is not representing, you know, the group, we can single that out and just talk about it and leave it alone.
So St. James, before you go, I mean, in a way, the blacks adopted her. They taught her this behavior. So, you know, was it fair that that's who she took it back to?
I'm sorry?
I said she took it back to them, to the blacks, since they, you know, they understand the way she moved, and she obviously learned it from there.
Absolutely. And me, St. James, right, Alphadamus.
Yeah.
I like when the Black Americans are being scammed. I love it. Trust me. Whenever you see scamming, call on me. Because no matter what you do to prevent it, right, they will always come back and prove you wrong. Don't you see that?
Right.
Anytime you see something and you want to say something, they will. What did they say? Oh, you a hater. You don't want us to come together. You know. So I'm for it. An African lady from Somalia coming to America, you know, scamming Black American to make a living. That's a good hustle for me. That's a good hustle. So the people that these Black folks are letting them lead the group, right? Like the Tariq Nasheed and all these guys that talk on Black Americans' behalf. Haven't they scammed them like 10 times over? And they still listen to them. They still praise them. They will still pick them over Africans. As an African, how would I go over there and step on my sister's shoes like, yo, don't do it? This is paying off.
So you're looking at it like if she take the money to Mogadishu, she can build something to help develop.
We have to celebrate it. We have to celebrate that. As African, we have to celebrate that. Whenever this is a win for Africa, you know, this is a good win because CT said Somali is not developed. Somali doesn't have all these things that he just mentioned. So if that woman take the money to Somali and try to develop Somali, why would we want it? Why would we feel certain way about it? CT just said he's happy to be American. He loved the American way. So this woman got it the American way. The hustle part of it. She got it the hustle. This is a hustle in America. The hustle and bustle. She learned from the best of the best. So if she's able to $40,000, I think she has to go to 90,000 or 100,000.
They keep donating.
Maybe she has to open like the OnlyFans and show some. Listen, she has to do all kind of whatever that the blacks love in the West.
You think the blacks would pay for it?
They will pay for it. Give them like one-on-one session, like the Ghost Camp to Africa. Do all of that. Do all of that. I'm telling you,
St. James, you see, St. James, you're talking about this. Here goes a Somali guy talking. Alfredamus, keep us out of your mouth. We are not your African American brothers. Oh God.
Listen.
St. James, you see, this guy's proving chaotic's point here. But he said, keep Somalis out of your mouth. We are not your African American brothers.
Who said that?
He called himself Kadabilo the Somali.
Man, listen, this is a movement. It's more than being Somali or rapping Somalis. This is a movement. I'm talking about a movement in America created by the blacks and for the blacks in America. You know, this is the movement I'm talking about. It's bigger than Somali. You see what I'm saying? We have to match the energy of Black American, whether it's good or sometimes bad. I think Africans, they have to find the line. If they find it, go for it. Any women that can scam Black American for money, St. James is for you. I'm gonna clap from the morning to the evening. I do it. So trust me. because that's the culture they're representing. We have to represent. You see what I'm saying? So what more do you have for me? Because I have more to say, bro. Let me go for it.
Okay,
Let me go for it.
okay, I'll give you a couple more minutes. Go
You see what I'm saying? Like us West African, right? Us West African in America, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we came late to the business. That's why sometimes when I speak on Nigerians, right? Nigerians,
like when you say business, which like the business,
the bullshit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see the hustle, like Afro-Diamonds, we want to do it the right way. Let me give you an example, right? In your homeland, right? When these people started coming in your country back in 2019, right? I know you were sitting in the United States looking at it like, how the, you see how much money they made in your country hustling?
Yeah.
We came late. We should be the one over there getting the money.
Yeah.
So it's West Africans. We come on, man. The only group of people that got something are the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians understood it. They created a big bars, a know nothing burger movement in Ghana, and they got away with millions. I applaud the Ghanaian for doing that, bro.
Yeah.
This is good business. You see, you have, wherever you go, right, you have to look at the business ethics. Black Americans, they don't have the ethics. Whenever you say business, oh man, that's a good situation. A drug dealer can be an investor. A pimp can be a money talker, whatever. As African, we want to go back to diplomas, the whatever we need to. No, Americans have shown us you don't need all of these things. You can travel to you can travel outside of the United States and come back and scam people and become a millionaire. What are we waiting for, Afro-Diamonds? And this is going on in the motherland. The motherland.
Yeah.
Why are we behind doing shows and talking about it? And when there is a lot of money to be made, we gotta go get that work, bro.
Wow.
That Somali got 42,000, man, and we here talking.
Yeah.
That's good business, right? That's good business. You know, I know a lot of people in Africa, man. I'm telling you, they come in the morning and they come in the evening. The people are still sending money and they kept coming. And we West African, we're laying down and looking at it like shit. We gotta go get some of that money, man. Whereas in America, trust me, when I come back to the state Afro-Diamonds, I'm gonna be cutthroats like the East African, man.
You're gonna be like the East Africans?
Yeah, man. I gotta find a new hustle.
Hey, maybe you should contact this Somali woman.
You got all this guy in the chat talking about. Come on, you don't see it? Why are you mad at me, bro? Why are you mad at the man? People are making stories. They're making stories and getting money, man. That's easy work.
Yeah. But St. James, thank you very much. We can go forever and ever, but the sun is still shining. I want to catch the rest of this here. But thanks for coming.
But listen, let me finish. Let me be honest, man. Listen, TT, man, it ain't about Black American, man. Whatever he was saying, man, we know all of that, man. So it wasn't about comparing Black American to whatever, you know. We know all of that. You know, if you, I know the good, the bad, the ugly of Black American, the same way they know about Africans, man. So we know one another. There ain't no way you gonna come here and try to school nobody about Black American, man. I've been through their home. They've been through my home, and that's what it is, bro. You know.
Well, thank you, St. James. Thanks for coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the video if you haven't already liked it. And of course, as you guys know, opinions expressed on this panel is the opinions of the panelists themselves. We still stand against the scammers. No scamming, okay? The Afrodamus report is against scamming. So as you guys see, everyone is allowed to express their opinion on the show. It's up to you that is watching, to be able to break things down. But at the end of the day, you see it. It turned out to be a total hoax. So people give different opinions about whether she's acting like a typical Somali. But in reality, we all know the answer. She is definitely not acting like a typical Somali because I personally don't see the Somali women generally behave this way, nothing close to it. So maybe she's a one-off. She learned the hood culture, which some people are like, no, that's not black culture, but that's what is promoted. That's what you see all over America. And obviously, there are many people that identify with her to a point where they are willing to give money to her GoFundMe because they see her as one of them. But either way, be vigilant, keep your eye out there, and I will continue to bring you similar stories like this. And also, I will keep you posted on the French finally getting kicked out of Niger. Until next time, I'm your host, Afridamus. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you. Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you. Big flex, my swole up, double cup and I'm pulled up. Niggas hating like hoes.